can just be respectful. And
Be respectful.
or you're gonna get banned. I will ban
I mean,
you.
You know, there are
Yeah.
trolls out there, but I mean,
Yeah, it's
honestly,
been
that's
fine
one of the
now.
biggest reasons. That's one of the biggest reasons I'm on Twitch. You know, it's like I feel like it's you have a lot more control over your social media. It's like something that you can actually you know, people can actually support you instead of you being like, can you please help me out with the algorithmic fucking structure of my likes and dislikes and fucking this? It's like, nah,
Nah.
this thing is cool.
I
It's
feel
like
like
it
it's
doesn't
less.
matter how many.
It's like
Say
less
what?
trolly than like YouTube and
Yeah,
Facebook would be.
I mean, depending,
Right?
dude. I've seen
I
some,
guess.
I've seen some
I've
pretty
seen some
crazy
shit.
trolly stuff, dude. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, if you know, like for instance, like I really got into Twitch when I started like playing Fortnite and shit, and
Oh, okay.
I started watching a bunch of like streamers, and I was like, what's up with these guys? Like, they're just sitting there playing video games all day, and
Yeah.
you'd be on the bus, you'd be on an airplane, you'd be somewhere, and some kid would have Twitch pulled up on his phone with his headsets on, to just watching somebody play video games, and I was like, whoa, this is fucking crazy and cool at the same time. I
Yeah.
was like, this is the new school, and I was like, I was all about it, and I watched Nick Merckx, and dude,
Nick, yeah.
if they don't like something that you're doing, they'll fucking let you know, and they troll the fuck out of you. It's
Yeah.
insane. So
It
I
is.
mean, it's unavoidable. It's the internet.
Dude, it's wild seeing these, like, especially Nick Merckx, who gets so many viewers.
Unreal, right?
I don't even know, like,
50,000.
yeah, like sometimes I'm like, I don't even know how I could handle that, you know?
They just watched. Yesterday they were watching football.
Oh, I saw that. Was it last night?
Yeah, he
Him and Tim.
sponsors his stream, and they can watch fucking football together. It's insane.
Oh, they sponsor his stream?
Yeah, so like he can't show the ads in between.
Oh, I got you. He has to turn those off.
So he has to turn it off, but like he is full on watching a NFL stream of the fucking
game, yeah.
Of the game, yeah.
I think Tim the Tatman did the same shit too.
Yeah, it's unreal.
Crazy.
It's cool as fuck. I think this is the future of social media. It's the best way, honestly. It's like
I like
a full-on support system for it. It's no one's lying about who's taking what cut. It's fucking right there.
Yeah, it's really straightforward. And so far, I mean, even getting like paid out on Twitch, it's been fine. I haven't had any issues. I mean, I'm not making big bucks, but like, you know, a couple $100 a month. It's like, you know, oh, okay, yeah. They paid that on time.
I still haven't they like, so when I joined Twitch,
yeah,
they're like backlogged or some shit. Like they like I'm like number 400 million.
Yeah.
When they get to me on the files, you know, like, oh shit, does he need fucking
money?
emotes approved?
Oh, that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. We'll get to him later. Oh, does he need money? Yeah, we'll get to that later. It's like they're full on back catalog, dude. We're waiting on we're waiting on the first payment. But
yeah, first payment takes a minute.
It's not nothing. I'm watching the money. It's fucking growing. So I mean, I treat it like a little savings account.
Yeah, that's exactly. And you could just I've taken that money and just like, you know, I'll go gift fucking subs to my friends or sub to my friends' streams or, you know, or put it into, I don't know, buying this new headset, the Astro headset or whatever, you know, it just goes back into it.
Into the stream, yeah.
Into the stream.
That's exactly what I was thinking about doing. Same thing with like, I mean, that's how I really feel you should consider any company that you're doing
something with. Yeah,
it's like a lot of dudes that start bands and stuff too, they're like, oh, I'm just gonna pocket all this cash that we made on this first tour, and you're like, well, it's like, what about that fucking van that needs an oil change? What about the next batch of merch that you're gonna buy? You can't just always take everything on the front, you know?
Yeah, you can't expect all these merch companies to front merch. I remember when that was happening a lot. I mean, it still happens. Like, merch companies will front bands who are really good about paying their shit back, or they're like, their merch store just sells so much that it just recoups easily, right? But like, I remember a lot of merch companies years ago would like front a lot of smaller bands, and these merch companies were getting fucked out of money. And it's like, then they started to stop doing that, which I totally understand. Just like a lot of bands kind of, I don't know, took advantage of it.
Yeah, I mean,
I've seen a lot.
I saw it firsthand many times, and it's fucking ugly.
Yeah, it is.
You know, on the other side, guys, if you do get into a crazy ass investment, you go on tour, you don't sell all the fucking merch.
Yep.
What the fuck are you gonna do? You're kind of fucked.
Yeah.
You should get a job.
You should, yeah. Just go find
pay
a
off
job.
your fucking bills because somebody helped you get that merch into your pockets.
Exactly.
Eventually, it will sell. It's a solid investment. But
Yeah.
What's up, Mr. J? How's it going, bro?
Jay's here. Fuck yeah. Everyone's here. Steph, you still driving to Virginia right now? I think he is. Or something.
Hey,
on a little trip.
Hey, Leeds J, you do know that I have an actual like handle on Twitch, right?
He doesn't want to spell it.
It's YamanHernherm.
I
love it because it doesn't have the spaces in it, so everyone thinks it's Yemen.
Yeah, I know. That's how I looked at it first. I'm like, what is this? What YamanHernherm?
YamanHernherm?
YamanHernherm? What the fuck is that? How did he create this name?
It makes me laugh
It's
every
so
time, and that
funny.
is exactly if it's making me laugh, it's doing its job.
Oh, exactly. Like when someone tries to say it, they're like, "What is your name? What is it? YamanHernherm?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
The story behind it is my roommate.
Yeah, please. I never knew. I want to know.
So my first name is Hernan.
Oh, okay.
My last name is Hermida.
Yeah.
I go by Eddie because nobody knows how to say Hernan in the States. It's not an American name.
Yeah.
There's no equivalent name at all.
So when did you start using Eddie? Like from when you were a kid?
Like when I was a kid. My middle name's Edmund.
Oh, okay. All right.
So I go by Eddie.
Yeah.
But so Hernan Hermida, HernHerm.
Yep.
YamanHernherm.
There it is.
It's YamanHernherm. It just cracks me up. Every fucking
time someone
YouTube channel has like, what up YouTube? It's your boy fucking Diddly Waps coming at you fucking like. So you're like, what the fuck is
Diddly Waps? Oh, dude. Well, that's I never knew that. I always wow. That makes sense.
Know. I'm not from Yemen, folks. Sorry.
I'm not from Yemen. Oh, so how have you been enjoying this streaming life?
Dude, it's
so far.
It's like everything. It has its ups and downs.
Yeah.
I haven't really seen any downs from my people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, a lot of people supporting it. It's been cool to see it.
Yeah, I mean the people have been fucking incredible. They really do. Like I feel this like vibe that it's like, oh man, like I get to like relax at the end of the day and watch your show, as in like I'm a sitcom for them, if you will. Like it
just feels like you were hanging out with you. Like it feels like because you really do connect with everyone.
Yeah. I mean,
the vibe is good.
I try to, but it's like, but it is like I'm hosting a show. Like anything that I'm doing in the way, like I could be watching a YouTube. I could be, I could be putting on a song. I could, talk about that song. I could talk about my bands. It's whatever I want to do within that parameter. And to see people come in there and really they do treat it like it is a hangout. It is bar.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, we're gonna pull up a drink and we're actually genuinely gonna fucking sit back with Eddie while he's fucking dicking off. And it's it's Yemen from Yemen. Yep.
I mean, every time for the most part when I would watch your streams, I'd just be at my computer and just throw it on one screen and hang out, and just if I'm doing something else, on my other screen I'm just chilling. And it's cool. It's like we're like in a sense hanging out, and then whenever
100%.
Whenever we're playing some Call of Duty and getting very frustrated at everything.
That's where the laughs come in.
Yes.
That's where the laughter comes in.
That's all you can do.
That's what makes it worthwhile.
Yeah. That's all you can fucking do with that game.
Yeah, I mean I stopped playing it, dude. I mean,
yeah.
I stopped playing it as much. It's just I honestly am at the point where there is more. I'm literally going, is this person cheating, or is this game just that broken to where somebody can fuck you up without you and kill you before you can even react? It's like, all right.
There's so many things broken in this season. I guess we could talk about COD for a sec, for a little bit. But I think when the new season came out, number 6, at first I was like, oh, everything's like working good, and it was like fine, and then they put this rifle in the game that's like broken, and it has no bullet drop at like 415 meters. You can shoot someone 415 meters away with no bullet drop, just done, and drop that person. It's like, Why would you put this in the game? You know, they're
Uh,
making millions of dollars, and it's just like you can't get this son of a bitch right.
you know, I have a feeling. I have a feeling that it's the fact that they're moving. I have a feel it's like everything's transitioning. They're like running the course of this game. They have to
Yeah.
start working on the next game already because that's been
I mean, it's
their cycle for like the last fucking
how
10,
long? 10
12,
years?
15 years, you know?
Yeah.
So they're not gonna change that cycle. Their offices are not gonna stop working
On the new
on one game
product, the
just
next
to
one.
continue on. Yeah, it's like so they don't honestly I don't think they give a fuck.
I think the only game that, well, one of them, I guess, is GTA, Grand Theft Auto. Like, fifth one's been out for fucking how long? But they just keep
4 years? 5 years?
5 or 6. It's like, but they keep adding
5 years.
stuff to it and make like, and just,
Yeah.
but it's like, okay, when's the next one gonna come out?
Yeah.
But Call of
That's the
Duty's
thing.
not like
That's where
that.
you run into. That's the dichotomy you run into. 'Cause
Yeah.
You have games like Fortnite that
Oh, yeah.
they're never gonna change. They just release another fucking season. So a lot of people, a lot of those fucking offices are like, fuck, we could have done that. We could have just released Call of Duty and released seasons instead of and doing it within the same house instead of fucking doing all these crazy ass lawsuits and stupid ass shit.
Oh
Could
god.
have just done one fucking thing and given season 3 to fucking Joey from fucking the tech department because he fucking branched off and came up with the algorithm to for the fucking character to fucking wipe its nose. It's like fucking dumbass shit. It's really
Stupid
dumbass shit.
Yeah.
And we have to fucking pay for it, dude.
Yeah, I
Literally
know.
pay for it, and then we pay for it.
Yeah.
It's fucking it's a double.
How
it's
big-
A double reaming, dude.
How big of a game size is Fortnite? Like on the computer? Is it like dumb small or is it huge like Call of Duty, like game file
Oh, sorry,
size?
you asked about Fortnite. I thought you were joking about Call of Duty because.
Oh no! I want
No,
to because I don't have Fortnite. I've never played it, so I don't know.
the updates for Fortnite are at max. I think it's like 60 megs. Like I think I know. Sorry, when the new season came out, it was like 15 gig download.
That's it, yeah. And then
Yeah,
you
so
got
it came
Call of Duty. That's like, what was it? Season 6 was 60, 55.
60, 55, and then I think
It's fucking nuts.
I think the first download, the initial download is like 200 gigs or something like
Yeah,
that.
the initial is, yeah,
The fucking the
some shit like that.
the app takes up fucking 90% of my fucking.
Oh, I know. It's
Yeah, It's
unbelievable.
insane.
God.
But yeah, fuck video games right now, dude.
Right? I've been
man.
like, I've taken like, I don't know. I need to take a break from Call of Duty, and it's just like some of my friends, like especially like, from New York, like that I grew up with, like do play it here and there. So it's like that time when me and them can like hang out because we haven't seen each other in so long. And then I get to the point where I'm like, why am I fucking playing this game?
100%.
At first, it's like fun, and then it gets real frustrating. Like an hour in.
Yeah, dude. I mean, it causes rage quitting.
It does.
Rage quitting is a thing. Yeah, for me, then the problem is you run into the issue where you go to play a different game and you get stoked on it, and then nobody plays it, and then you're playing it by yourself 90% of the time.
Yeah, no one's playing.
And you're like, fuck, I guess I'll go play some fucking Call of Duty. Then you get in there and you're like, it's
getting ripped apart.
I feel like I have Stockholm syndrome. Like I can't leave.
Yeah,
Leave my captor.
But it's crazy because it's like you get so sucked into Call of Duty, and like sometimes you can't stop yourself because you're like, no, gotta go again. I can do better. I can do better. But you're getting at the same time. I think I've caught myself just getting burnt on it, where I'm like, I'm tired. I can't move my hands any faster.
Yeah,
can't do this anymore. My eyes hurt.
My eyes just like stop seeing.
They get tired.
Things.
Yeah.
I like stop seeing enemies. I'm like, how come I didn't see that guy that was standing right in front of me?
Yeah.
I'm tired. Go to bed, Eddie.
Yeah.
No, let's play for 6 more hours. That sounds like a better idea.
Stay up till 3 a.m. Fuck it all.
God damn. I looked down. So I started playing this game, Spellbreak.
Yeah, you told me about it.
I looked down at the clock. I started at like 8, and I looked down at the clock, and it's like midnight, and I'm like, fuck.
Time flies, dude.
Fuck. Shit.
It's insane.
Oh my god. But I will say, like,
Yeah.
video games is a good like conduit for this all. But I think the biggest part, and honestly, the best part about Twitch is the fact that it's giving people like me
Mm-hmm.
who have this like already built-in fucking charisma behind a fucking camera. You know, I've been working
Oh yeah.
behind cameras for so fucking long. I don't
Jesus.
fucking
Doesn't. Yeah. You're used
you
to
know
it.
yeah.
You're used to being behind a camera, honestly.
Steph, I just read your comment. You should DM me, dude. I've run into this problem. I've taken my Switch all across the United States. I can help you out. DM me on Discord and I'll fucking help you out.
Oh, what else?
Yeah. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. But you know, being a musician, I lost everything. I'm sure anybody who is a musician in here, I'm sure
Oh,
you,
for
Dan,
sure.
being in here,
Dude,
you
even
guys
being an
lost
agent. Yeah.
everything. You know, it changes your whole fucking. Our world got changed in the last 7 months.
Oh, yes. Yes, due to the pandemic. Oh, yeah, 100%. It's weird as fuck.
And it's like it gives a place for people who are already built to like, you know,
Go
manage
connect.
a crowd.
Yeah.
You know, fucking, you know, be in front of people, fucking putting on a fucking show.
Yeah, and still get in front of those people that, we're going to your shows.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you're still able to connect with them.
Exactly.
In some sort of way, you know.
It gives that. It gives that and a place where it's like the support is actually being transparent. It isn't
Mm-hmm.
it isn't like this like facade of like free, everything is free. You
Mm-hmm.
get to download this app for free, then you get to fucking you know pay this guy in likes and fucking all this like unintangible shit.
Yeah.
And there's at least some tangibility to what's going on, and that's
for sure.
that's the beauty of it.
It is.
But it is, man. Like I'm going crazy. I'm going crazy without.
There's
touring,
times where
I'm going crazy without being on stage. I'm going crazy
what's like
without writing music every day with my boys. You know,
how far
hearing Mark fucking diddling on the fucking on the guitar while we're in the middle of fucking nowhere and I'm looking for somewhere to poop. Like that's one of the best feelings on earth.
It is,
like
dude.
really,
it is. It's
and
crazy.
I really miss that shit. And honestly, this gives a good place to fucking hang.
It does.
And do what I'm doing anyway, which is playing video games.
Yeah. What's like the longest break you've ever had from touring? Was there like an extensive break at one point?
I think this has been it. I think
Wow.
I think when All Shall Perish went through a massive like member change.
Yeah.
That was also like a 2-year break, but this has been like this has been like a 2-year break for me from touring. I mean,
yeah,
we went on that virtual tour, but it's not the same.
It's not the same. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Where did you guys do that at? Where was that filmed at?
That was in Van Nuys, California.
That was in Van Nuys?
Yeah, so
I
don't know if you've ever you've been down there for sure.
Oh, I used to live in North Hollywood from like 09 to 2011. So yeah, I know Van Nuys and shit.
You know the ESP office.
Yeah.
Sorry, the ESP warehouse and the where
I've been there one time.
It's like there's a place called Third Encore.
Yeah, that name rings a bell.
So Third Encore, they own a bunch of practice studios all over Southern California.
Okay.
And they had it was what was it? They had this big ass room that usually they rent out to people like fucking Rihanna.
What? Really?
Yeah, they like they rent it out to like big name fucking people that want to set up their stadium shows in a small room.
Oh my god.
With a control room.
Yeah.
So basically this place was perfect for setting up a sound stage.
Oh yeah, it looked like, sick.
Yeah, I mean, so that's all. I mean, we tried to be as cheap as possible. We got a lot of free fucking work.
Yeah.
But I mean, it costs a fucking arm and a leg to put on, dude.
It had to.
I have a lot more respect for TV shows and what it costs to put on fucking TV, especially because it's like, dude, there needs to be like some sort of reform too for musicians, act like the same way there are for actors.
Yeah.
Fucking the people who are working behind the scenes. Like the people who are like,
I mean,
you know, the fucking agents, the fucking
yeah. Oh yeah.
managers, the fucking uh the lighting producers, the lighting you know,
The
hands, the
techs.
fucking the loaders, the fucking the
Oh yeah.
drivers, all that goes into making a fucking tour. There needs to be some sort of fucking connectivity to the whole thing, because really, man, like the way the industry is suffering right now, it really can't happen again. Like
No.
seeing, dude, there's no way for us as bands. Yo, what's up, Nick?
Hey, Nick.
There's no way for my band to help out our fucking crew, man.
Oh,
That
I
shit
know what you
fucking
mean. I know. Yeah,
it
in that
breaks my
sense.
fucking heart. Like, you know, we took 2 years off of touring, and our fucking crew went off and worked for other people, and then we were ready. We were like, all right,
Yeah.
guys,
We're back.
we're fucking turning on the fucking wheels, the engine's firing up. Everyone's all stoked, coming back in, ready to fucking fire up the engines, and boom, this shit hits, and they're like signed on to us, so it's like,
but like you don't have the
they're our
funds.
responsibility, you know.
So, yeah.
There's no money for us to take care of them, and
Yeah.
you know, we've obviously done the best we can. You know, we've reached out. You know, we've made sure that everyone's as good as possible. We've helped people. Our business managers have helped people get, you know, unemployment going if they need it. You know, stuff like that.
Make sure they're filling out everything, and
you know, we've also
shit like that. Yeah.
What do you say? Dude, yeah, definitely vocalist unions.
Those union loaders.
But they're militant as fuck, dude. I'll tell you what.
Oh yeah, I could imagine.
They're super militant, dude. Like if they see you lift one piece of equipment loading in,
they're like, put that down.
You're fucking out, dude.
Wow.
They won't let. They're like, oh, cool. So I guess you're a musician now. See ya.
Hi, Sal.
Dude, they were readying my fucking spoken word career. They were readying my spoken word career, and fucking they kicked me out because they saw me helping fucking Alex fucking tweak one fucking tuning nut. I'm fucking out.
That is it. We need the drummers union to put some pressure on vocalists. Just saying. Hell no, man.
Dad, what's up? Ensouled, what's up? Hey, shout out to Ensouled real quick for fucking creating my overlay and this.
Oh yeah, he did it all.
You see over my head.
That's right. He's the one that did it.
Mm-hmm. That's why you can't read it.
That's why I can read it.
That's why nobody pronounces it right, because he made it.
It's because he made it. Damn.
Oh my god. Anywho.
But yeah,
just kidding. Love you, Ensouled.
It's like really rough right now because, you know, a lot of these independent venues aren't getting any funding.
Yo,
for
real.
That's a big thing right now, and we need them.
Yo,
bad,
the thing is, a lot of these same fucking venues are the same people that are like, get rid of fucking social fucking programs and shit like that. I'm not sitting here. I don't fucking want to sit here and get into politics and stuff.
Yeah.
But listen, when you go to Europe.
Oh yeah.
And in Europe, you talk to the fucking manager of the fucking building that you're playing.
Uh-huh.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
They have a fucking budget that comes from the motherfucking government.
They do, yeah. And that's how they're staying open.
That's how they feed their musicians. Yeah. They can house their musicians because some places
and the hospitality there is insane.
Their budgets to fucking make a little fucking hostel room where the fucking bands can stay.
Yeah, yeah.
It's, you know, they have showers because they have to meet minimum requirements. So you don't have your fucking some Joe Schmo thinking he can start up a company with no fucking capital.
Yep.
And then fucking treat it like a slum, and that's it, man. You know, it's like you can't, you do not have that kind of mentality here in the States, and that's why a lot of these fucking that's why a lot of these venues are falling apart.
Mm-hmm.
It's because of this whole independent mentality. Dude, no, like we're an entertainment industry,
and they're not. None of them are getting any help, and the ones in Europe, they're all getting help. They're all open.
Exactly, but that's my question.
Not all of them, but yeah.
Each other.
Exactly.
You know?
Something needs to change there.
You know, that it also leads to the other thing we were talking about earlier before we started streaming, which is yo, like you and I have worked with each other for so fucking long, and we've never met.
Literally. We met kind of briefly.
we never talked on the phone about
No.
stuff to do in the future. Yo,
Mm-mm.
bro, you got fucking All Shall Perish. Yo, let's fucking get a fucking big fucking branded, like
Something, yeah.
it would have been so easy to just make these quick little phone calls, but there's
I
this
know.
whole like there's this
It's
whole
like the
mentality that it's
politics.
like, yeah, and
There's so
it's
many
like
politics in music,
politics,
dude.
fear,
Yeah.
fucking too
Jealousy.
many people grabbing for this ideal amount of money that doesn't
It's like we're
exist
all
instead of
doing the same thing, especially in the metal world. It's like,
100%.
yo, we're booking metal, bro. We're not booking like rap and pop and stuff. It's like we're fucking metalheads. Like,
Mhm.
why aren't we
Under,
like working together
understand the
more?
cap. Understand the
Yes.
cap.
Yes.
Fucking work within the fucking cap and drop the fucking egos, homies.
That's it.
Because guess what?
Let's do some cool
We're
shit.
we're all in the rat race together.
I
And
know, exactly.
it's like we can either be rat kings or we're fucking or fucking die trying to become the number one.
That's
And
it.
there is no number one.
And that's
It's
why a
like
lot of bands that should have had chances, and there's a lot of bands that should have gotten big or this and that, but it's like, there's things within the industry that have held them back, and it's not them necessarily. It's like maybe even just people in their corner on their team. Is it just all the politics within that just has just screwed bands over?
Yeah.
And it's sad, and it's just like, yo, and I've told people, I'm like, yo, we're in the same world, we're all trying to do some cool shit. I just want to put together a cool fucking tour. Can we just do that? Like,
Yeah.
why are we trying, like, get rid of the
Dude.
ego? Like, we're just especially like from me, like, I'm a booking agent, and it's like I try to tell everybody, like, yo, I work for the band. Like, when agents or managers are like, yo, why won't your band do this tour? I'm like, listen, man, they're not like feeling it. We'll get them to do it. And I'm like, no, it doesn't work that way though. And I've told people, like, I work for them, and I'm not gonna push, and then they get mad at me, and then potentially let go of, fire me because you're over here pressuring me to push them to do this tour that they don't want to do.
Exactly.
And it's just like, that's not how we should be doing this. This is stupid.
Here's a question for you.
Yeah.
What happens as an agent when you have all the bands?
There's definitely been agents like that that have had all the bands.
And why is it that the agents can't just come together? If you know that this scene is this,
Mm-hmm.
boom, it's here. Why not
Yeah.
try to fucking maximize that fucking community?
I know.
Why not try to bring everybody together? It's like the inclusivity of it all. The fucking this band sucks. It's like I get it. There is, we're humans, and at the end of the day, we're gonna be like,
we're not gonna like
there is
everything.
It's a sense of pride. There's also a difference, but it's like, as agents, you would want to be like, bro, like, I have this, and I'm working with this agent and this agent that can provide all the fucking avenues, instead of being like, yo, I'm gonna lobby for my band to fucking get $500 more here, and then because I have 6 other bands on the tour, it doesn't really matter what the top band's getting, as long as my baby bands are all making as maximize as possible. And that's kind of like on my end how I've felt.
Yeah.
That's why I asked you. It's like, what is it for you? Like, how do you?
I really try not to just do or put together tours that are just the bands I represent. I don't like doing that. Sometimes it just, works out that way because whoever the headliner is just wants those bands on the tour. And it's like, oh, they're all bands I represent, right? Yeah. But it's like, I really do, like, when I have like a, let's say Rivers and Nile headlining, we'll use them as an example. We're going to, I'd like to reach out to agents in our world and be like, hey, I got these guys headlining, and I want to know who you have that would like to tour with them, and let's talk about it. And it's like, and I really do try to do that as much as I can because I want to work with everybody, and I want us all to like work together and put together sick ass tours, and everyone have a good time, everyone touring with bands they like and love and want to tour with. And make, the one thing that gets me the high, like enjoying my job, and gets me that like high, when I get a band on a tour that they want, like a dream tour, or like they're like, this band is like on their bucket list of bands they want to tour with. When I land them that tour, it's like it makes the job matter all the time. That's why
I mean,
a lot of people will be like, Dan, how are you still an agent? How do you still put up with this? And I'm like, I've just, I don't know. I guess it's just because of that, because I really enjoy like pushing and getting these bands that I love, that I'm a fan of. It's like every band I book, like I actually love their music and I like them as people. So it's like when I'm able to get them on a tour with the band that they have on their bucket list, it's like it makes my day completely.
Yeah.
I'll be at home and be like, fuck yes. Like when I get the offer or something, I like literally get so stoked. I call like when like Worm got an offer for Napalm Death, for example, this year.
Yeah, dude.
Dude, I knew. Like I got the email and I was like, oh my God, dude. I'm going to call these guys and they're going to freak the fuck out. I am so stoked right now. And they were just like, Dan, are you fucking kidding me? I'm like, no, I'm dead serious. This is wild. I'm like, can we confirm like right now? And they're just like, yeah, confirm it right now. And it's like, that gets me like goosebumps going. Like when you listen to music and, it gives you goosebumps, like that gives me the same exact feeling. Literally the same thing. Same thing.
Dude, and that is how that feels 100%. Like I remember getting the call that said, hey, you're going on tour with Korn. And I was like, oh,
God, dude.
And I'm,
yeah,
we were being booked at the time. Fuck. That was so long ago now.
Yeah, when was
either
it?
way, when our agent called us, it was, I was speechless. It was one of those moments, and I'm sure that's
wouldn't have any words.
You guys too. Yeah, exactly.
I was just like, what? Is this a real phone call?
Yeah.
Korn?
For me, the whole dream tour thing, and the one thing that I've run into being in a bigger band, is for us it's super hard to land a band that's hype, that's young, like when it's like your band draws, it's already established, it's already going to be like what it's going to be.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because we'll like, a couple of bands in the scene. We'll be like, oh shit, the deathcore scene now is fucking hopping again. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of really cool bands, and you're like, oh cool. Well, I want to put Spite and Slaughter Prevail on a fucking show.
Yeah.
And you start running into the same problems that I was in back when I was trying to get on tours with All Shall Perish when Hatebreed was coming around.
Oh,
to be
yeah.
like, yo, we want to take out bands, but it's like Whitechapel, All Shall Perish is gonna fucking want to be who's gonna get the spot on top,
Yeah. Who's gonna play who's gonna play over who? It's you get into those conversations.
Those semantics get really ugly, dude. Every fucking time too. And within the deathcore scene, there's such that. And
yeah, there is.
That's something that I'd like to see like an end to. Like I'd really like to see.
I would love to see an end to that. Just like,
well, it has to do with the fact that the musicians aren't fucking getting what they deserve. If you treat a musician like a CEO, without the musician putting in the work like a CEO,
yeah,
he's just gonna get fucked.
Yeah, no, you're right.
So it's 100%. Like, when a band gets started, if the person isn't really like, if you're not a super savvy business lord that went to fucking, that got your MIB and fucking, your Men in Black degree, and you're fucking just a lord at you're just a lord at fucking getting everything done. You make sure that your company is an LLC and can't get sued, and where all your money is going in and out. It's like all this crazy shit that you have to worry about, that when you're writing these tunes, you're like, dude, my song is sick and it's gonna be the #1 hit in this summer. You're not fucking thinking about like, yo, what about fucking Larry who gets dehydrated at my show and fucking dies? Like,
yeah,
you don't think about that stuff. You don't
think about that shit.
The potential growth. So it's like there should be a fucking, dude, it's bands have been around for fucking ever. Like the business of bands have been around for forever.
Yeah,
Why the
and
fuck? Why the fuck aren't we like the fucking film industry?
yeah, I know.
You know?
Why isn't it?
That's the biggest question, dude. Why isn't the fucking metal community? Why isn't the music community
It's
more
music.
like fucking Hollywood?
Yeah,
You
right.
know? You know, Hollywood's fucking ugly, sure, but
Yeah,
music has just too many loopholes, man. Like
there's a lot of loopholes, and like I
it's
said,
just,
there's a lot of politics, dude.
dude, it's ugly,
And it's
ugly,
sometimes
ugly, ugly.
those are things that would get to me. So I'd run like I reach out to another agent. Like I'm not going to say names or anything. Most of the agents I get along with, and like sometimes I just feel like I get like shoved to the side, and I'm like, this is a really good. Like I'm not like over here giving hitting you up about like some like bullshit band or something like that. I'm not saying all bands are bullshit, but you know what I'm saying. It's like I'm bringing quality. It's like, and I get like pushed to the side or just get ignored, like flat out ignored. And I'm like, but whenever you email me for something, I always respond to you and I'm always on it.
Yup.
Why can't you return the same thing to me? Yeah, I'm a smaller guy, smaller agent, but it's like, I, I'm not like a new agent. Like it's hard to be an agent. It's hard to start out being an agent. It's taken me fucking like, I've been almost 15, it'll be 15 years in February. It's probably taken me a good 11 years to like get to a point where I was making like pretty good money, like decent money, right?
Yep.
And but not even like money, but like be like more established, get more taken more seriously.
Hmm.
It's taken so long to like get to that point. And it's just it shouldn't be that way, I guess. I don't know.
I mean,
It
when you
should
look
and
at a
shouldn't.
when you look at a restaurant, for instance,
Yeah,
they say that any good restaurant worth its weight is not going to see any money for the first 3 years.
for sure. Yeah, it's gonna be a few years.
So I mean, it's kind of the
It's
same
gonna
thing
take.
for any business endeavor that like we were saying, like sure there's money coming in from Twitch that you're like, oh, it's free money from out of nowhere, but it's really money that you should be investing back into your fucking
Yeah,
video,
reinvest
your
it.
stream.
Yeah,
So I mean,
upgrade your stuff. Yeah,
so I
yeah,
mean
you're right. You're
there's
right.
some validity to that, but why the fuck is it taking you 11 years?
Yeah, dude,
Why the
I've
f-
thought
wh- why
everyone
the
would
fuck
ask
did
me
it
that.
take why the fuck did it
Everybody.
take All Shall Perish fucking 7 years to get
Yeah,
to a point where we're being noticed when it's like, dude, it's
well,
like
it should have happened way
why
earlier
did
for
it
that
take 5 years for deathcore to fucking make a stamp? Deathcore
right?
happened in fucking 2006, and
Literally.
it wasn't until 2010 when fucking deathcore was brought onto fucking Warped Tour that
Uh
it
huh.
became
Yeah.
this scene that it was already a scene. Like
Yeah, it was
it,
already a
it was
thing, dude.
it was like it
Why
blew
did it
my
take
mind.
this? I know.
And then all of a sudden the interview questions became, "How do you feel about being labeled deathcore?" I was like,
Oh,
"What are you
oh my
talking
god.
about? Like like what? Like what are you talking
I don't
about?"
know why people like give it like a sour taste. Like when people say, "Oh, you like deathcore?" It's like, what? What's so? What's bad about it?
Dude, it's
What?
it's it's definitely made a turnaround.
It
I think
did. It did.
I think it's like I think people started to realize that it's like I think one of the biggest mistakes that Job for a Cowboy did, and
Mm.
I'm gonna put him on the spot a little bit. Is to fucking run away from the
What
deathcore nomenclature.
they did?
You know,
Yeah, like
they
fast.
they ran away from it. They ran away from it as they the style of their music changed.
Yeah,
The
drastically.
that
Not,
they
but yeah,
they went in this like whole like gotta be credible fucking death
death
metal
metal.
band,
Yeah.
and really it didn't pan out the way they would have liked. Instead of
Oh,
owning up to the fucking we're the deathcore kings, like really like
they
Job for a
were
Cowboy
though. That
Job for a Cowboy did what bands like All Shall Perish, Despised Icon, Beneath the Massacre, fucking Acacia Strain,
oh,
um,
dude, yeah, all those.
you name it, like fucking Rose Funeral were trying to do back in the fucking day.
Mm-hmm.
So
100%.
they when Job for a Cowboy came out, it was like boom, it's fucking
It's
on.
nuts,
And
dude, when that EP came out.
100%. And it's like all of a sudden
Insane.
tours were like 500 people. You know, all of a sudden fucking if you sounded deathcore as fuck, it was insane. So, you know,
Yeah. It's crazy how like I remember back then too, like when they came out with the EP, I was like, obviously like, so it's my favorite thing ever. And then the next record, I was like, wait, what happened? And everyone felt that way. But even then later, the years go by, and then I started getting back in the Job for a Cowboy, and I'm like, I like that stuff. But at the time, I was like, what the fuck happened here?
Well, here it is, dude. It's, dude. It 100%. Steph Beachy said it. It's metal elitist bullshit.
Oh yeah, 100% that, bro.
It's going to the show.
Yeah.
Seeing the guy with fucking spikes on his fucking leather patch fucking
vest. Yeah.
Who's been listening to fucking,
I love Sun Eater. Yes.
Death Angel since he was 12.
Yeah.
And that guy's drinking his tall can going, this is metal. And you go, wow, that is metal. Because that, when you're just coming into it, that looks cool as fuck. But
it
growing
does.
up, forget the fact that you learned, groove and rhythm from fucking new metal.
Yeah.
Fuck the fact that slam death metal is a part of our repertoire. Fuck the fact that technical fucking Swedish death metal is in our repertoire.
Mm-hmm.
And when you mix all those together, it has this crazy new fucking sound, and people want to fucking hate on everything that isn't new because it is a threat on their fucking coolness.
Exactly, dude.
And what I'm here to say is, don't fucking let anybody dictate what you fucking listen to.
Yeah.
Don't let anybody fucking dictate that shit. How you look, how you feel, how you walk around within the scene. It's like, sure, there's cool stuff, and you might get cooler by being around people that you think are cool.
Yeah.
But always don't forget that the integrity of what we're here to do. I mean, metal is a place for fucking everybody who's been fucking beaten up on, everybody who's been made fun of, everybody who's been fucking systematically fucking beat down by money. It's the shows are in the fucking industrial parts of every city all across the fucking world. There isn't some high-end fucking VIP venue that we're fucking put into. I'm not showing up in limos every city that I'm fucking going to. It's because this is for the fucking, these are for the backwoods motherfuckers, dude.
It is, dude.
Metal's for the fucking people who've been fucking beat up. So don't be ashamed. Like, don't be ashamed of who you are.
Don't.
I think that's the biggest thing, and that's why I've always made the music that I made, because it's like that's what helped me.
Yeah.
Listening to metal and listening to fucking the most brutal underground shit
that's
made
what
me feel like a part of something.
Yeah, I never I mean, when I was younger, I guess I took some stuff to heart when people are like, "Oh, why are you listening to this bullshit?" But as I got older, I was just like, I don't give a fuck. People think like there's a lot of people like because of the bands that I book. Like they think I don't like listen to like anything else, but a lot of this, or they think I listen to like black metal and death metal a lot, and I'm like over here listening to fucking metalcore and shit, and I'm like, nah, man, I love metalcore. Or just like sometimes I'll just my girlfriend will put on like pop music, and I'm like, this fucking rules. Like I don't give a shit.
Dude, there's some sick fucking new genty bands too.
There
is out there. You're like, this isn't really metal, but it is metal. It has it has a background. And also, there's some old school ass shit.
I know. A lot of old school shit coming back.
You're like, metal elitists are like, why do you listen to Epica? And you're like, oh, dude, do you hear the fucking?
You hear what they're playing?
The fucking music? What's wrong with you? Like,
it's like, listen to this shit. Yeah, exactly. I like how like a lot of like old school death metal is coming back.
Yeah,
like shit that's like Gatekeeper and all that stuff, and it's just, and it's just like it's pretty sick. Like a lot of these bands are like.
What's the name of that band that Nails started?
Oh yeah,
like some side band that is like that is like.
Did they start a side band?
Like old school death metal. Yeah, because they had Twitching Tongues.
Yes, yeah, which was very different, but I love it.
And then they had Nails, which is their hardcore band, and then they started a fucking straight old school death metal band. I forget what the name of it. Something like
Scorched?
Something like that.
No, I don't think it's Scorched, but that's like an old school death metal, like a newer old school death metal band.
Yeah.
So when we say old school death metal, it's not like they're like older dudes, but it's like they're bringing these bands are bringing that style back.
You ever listen to Ghoul from the Bay Area?
Is it is it Ghoul?
Yeah, Ghoul.
right?
Yeah,
I don't think I have actually ever listened to them, but I've always have seen the logo and the
dude,
name.
Ghoul is like,
I nail it.
yo, they sound like a mix of like old school death mixed with like some good Bay Area thrash
Oh,
and
that's
death, like
sick.
old school
I
death
pulled up
metal.
their
It's fucking
Spotify. Their latest
fuck.
song is called Nazi Smasher.
Instant win.
Win.
Instant win.
Listening to you later. Yeah, I've always
Yeah,
seen
dude.
their logo. I've always seen their art. I'm looking at it now. I've always, I don't. It's like there's always like those bands that have like slipped through the cracks. You know,
Mm-hmm.
when someone brings up a band, you're like, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I know what you're talking
Well,
about.
yeah, it's like you see their logo
But
everywhere. You see them on shit, and then fucking they're gone. Yeah,
yeah.
Nick, dude, Ghoul, they're amazing dudes, man, and
Oh,
they're
you know
all
the
about the
guys?
scene in the Bay. Yeah, they're all about the scene in the Bay Area. They go to every fucking show.
Really?
They they don't care what scene you're in, and they are totally. They look like they're the metal elitist fucks, but they're not. They're
They're
just
not at
like
all.
they're super just grungy, fucking just like
Yeah.
that's what that's
Chill
their life, dude.
guys.
They wake up and drink a tall can of fucking metal every day.
That's the best.
Mine was
But
Metallica in third grade. That's
yeah, I
what
was
I was
just
doing.
reading that. Damn. Slipknot in fifth grade? Damn, I didn't get into Slipknot. I mean, I was them older than that, Benny and them, but until I was in ninth grade. It was ninth grade, so he was probably in like first grade or some shit. That's
I
when I
remember
found out. I'm 30.
I remember I
Yeah.
was in some like it was like a Van Halen meets Taproot band, like new metal
What?
band that I was in.
Oh, that you
In a
were in.
Yeah, we were called Flatline. It was horrible. I was like 16 years old.
Yeah. Was that your first band?
I was 15 or 16. Yeah, it was a total garage fucking situation.
Were you the vocalist?
Oh yeah, I've
Okay.
never been
You
anything
never.
but
Okay.
um
So you were the, yeah.
yeah. I play trombone. I don't think that really goes over. That's
Really,
like
you do?
in a metal band. Yeah,
That's so
yeah, fuck
dope.
yeah,
That's so sick.
yeah. I'm a trombone, tuba, baritone player. Those are the main
Wow.
instruments that I play.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I love
I
that.
sit in the background. Boom, boom, boom. Um,
But that band was like, wait, Van Halen meets Taproot?
dude, it was crazy.
What?
Dude, yeah. Because the riffs would be
It's
like,
so insane.
dude,
Yeah.
it was like this, like these like crazy ass fucking riffs. Because the homie was like super into Pink Floyd and Van Halen.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It
So
was
he
just
was writing
like
some crazy shit.
he was just like he was out of his mind. He would steal his dad's weed. That was just some bunk ass weed. Awaken. I'll get to that in a second. So he would just steal his dad's bunk ass weed and just sit and write these crazy ass riffs, and I would just sing like fucking homie from Taproot over it. Like
Yeah.
I would just sing and then scream over it, and
Yeah.
nobody was doing both. You know, at the time everybody was like, there has to be two. You have to have the pretty voice and the fucking screamer voice, and I was just the dude that could do both. And I remember our bass player was a total dickwad. Came in and he's like, yo, you guys don't know shit. You haven't listened to this.
I love that.
And put on the fucking that Slipknot self-title and like just the opening
fuck.
intro that fucking
Oh, dude. Yeah. Very. Yeah. It's like,
you're
what?
like,
You're putting on a horror movie? Yeah.
And then you hear the drums and you're like, fuck. What did I just get into?
Yeah.
What just
That's
happened?
literally how I felt when I first heard them.
It blew everything. And then I got it. Like, it was them hearing Slipknot for the first time made me be like, I want music that makes drum beats that do that.
It makes you feel like I was like scared of that band.
Yeah,
and I loved it. I was like, this band is fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is
exactly.
And you look at them, you're like, this is insane. How are they doing all of this?
Dude, so I remember from there went straight to to our record store, and I was like, I'm gonna go look for the most crazy fucking metal looking record that I can find.
That you can find.
My buddy and I separated,
to go
We
find.
just bought that Slipknot record, and then we were
Yes.
like, all right, cool, we're gonna go find the most metal shit. And I found Suffocation's Pierce from Within. It looked hella cryptic. It fucking looked like a straight up. It looked like something out of Hellraiser. And then my best friend found Tomb of the Mutilated by Cannibal Corpse.
Oh God.
And we went to the car and just listened to those two records, and life
Like
completely
nonstop.
changed. It was just like my life was completely changed at that point. It was like Slipknot, Cannibal Corpse. That's exactly what I wanted music to sound like from now on. And that's where deathcore comes from. To be 100%
I mean, it really does. 100%, bro.
You know, every dude in a deathcore band doesn't want to admit it, but Slipknot's their favorite fucking band.
Yeah, I mean, how can you not? Yeah, I don't. Yeah, how can you not like fucking Slipknot, dude? When I found them, and then I found Korn and all that shit, I got into that fate. Like, I guess new metal. Then I found like Cannibal Corpse. Then you know what I'm saying? Like
Korn and Deftones, they were already in the fucking wheelhouse.
They were in your I found them like all at the same time in a sense. It was like Slipknot, Deftones, Korn, Cold Chamber, all that shit. And
but like I always knew that that Korn like sing-songy stuff wasn't something that I was gonna, wasn't like something that I was gonna excel in. You know what I mean? It was already like a sound that was like, it was something that was already done. You know what I mean? Like, there was no way to do it better than Korn and Deftones. Like,
you're right, 100%. Slipknot was just like, no one was doing what Slipknot was doing. That music.
Yeah. Yes.
And no one was doing the masks and all that shit, but like the music though.
Yeah. I mean, the masks made him
infamous. For sure. Yeah.
Infamous. Like you had to know who Slipknot was because of the masks. It didn't matter.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
The music made them death metal and credible and fucking real deal. Like, they were fucking punk rockers at that point. You know what I mean? They were just like, like their presence fucking precedes them. Like they walk into a room and you're like, oh shit, this is fucking Slipknot. And that's how they got that's how they got to Slipknot. That's how they got to headline so quickly.
Oh
they were opening up for bands like fucking Fear Factory back in the day.
Oh yeah, they opened up for like Ozfest and shit.
Yeah,
fucking
it was
opener.
Like they were the first band on,
Yeah, like,
early
afternoon, like that's the first band.
And everybody was like, "Oh, cool, I'm done with my day now. I just fucking broke my elbows at a Slipknot show because
I'm in the hospital."
So yeah, man, they were insane. Their whole marketing aspect was
perfect.
Unreal.
Yeah,
it was perfect.
They fucking nailed it, bro.
But Ross and that music really fucking.
Just,
it was just like the hammer on the fucking head. And yeah, they changed everything. They changed the course. They created deathcore. I really do feel it. I feel like internal bleeding.
Yeah.
Is the granddaddy of deathcore.
Yeah.
And Slipknot really just like was just like
they opened it up.
This is how you groove.
Yeah, and they fucking nailed it perfectly. Literally, dude.
Hell yeah.
This was what's that?
Yeah, did you want to answer the
question? I mean, if you want. I wrote them down or just like saved them so they didn't get buried in the chat.
I'd be happy to answer those.
Corey asked, what was it? Do you prefer to write lyrics patterns solo or with heavy input from bandmates or both? Is that like both? A group? Yeah. Both.
It's kind of like a per situation. In Suicide Silence, Alex and Mark are very heavy in the writing.
Oh, cool.
They're two people that are, they just kind of like filter what I'm doing because I tend to write a lot. I tend to like overwrite. Yeah. I'm just like
and sometimes you gotta like trim it down. It's like too much for a song.
I'm very matter of fact. Like when I write lyrics, I have to kind of like. I like to explain my metaphors in a way.
Yeah. You want
So like Mark and Alex like sit and go, okay, cool. Like, well, this is a great idea. Let's find a different way to say it.
Yeah.
But for the most part, like, I mean, they leave a lot of my shit alone. Like
that's cool.
I've been writing since high school. Yeah. I mean, I was creative writing in high school. I was in all the fucking writing clubs. I was a
really
dork in high school. Yeah, I was a drama geek band dude. Fucking in fucking writing club. Like, it was. I have like my first poetry was like published in fucking high school.
Wow.
So yeah, I mean, it
That's
was
cool, man.
self-published, but still, it's like
Yeah, dude, that's rad though.
it was done, you know. So I mean,
Yeah.
I have that experience. So I don't really get a lot of input unless it's like a must, you know. It's like, hey, I have this sick idea, and I'm like, yo, that idea is actually sick as fuck. Let's
Yeah.
go in it. You know?
Let's do it. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's cool though. What was like your first? I mean, from me, what was like your first? What was the first serious band you were in? Was it All Shall Perish?
First serious band was a band called Gunmetal Grey.
Gunmetal Grey.
Yeah, we were signed to a record label called Indianola.
Oh, bro, yeah, wasn't that label out of like Florida?
No,
Indianola Records.
No, Indianola I think was in like I want to say like Arkansas or some shit like that. It was somewhere down there. Yeah, it was in the South.
Did they have bands like Across 5 Aprils and stuff on it?
So they did, yeah.
Eventually,
But at first,
were you like early on?
Dude, it was nothing. They were nothing. So it's like they picked us up.
Wow.
And eventually,
okay.
And we're just like, yeah, we'll press this fucking little record that you guys have. And before that band could play our first show outside of the Bay Area, everybody just broke up.
Really?
Yeah, it was.
So it just.
Yeah, it's just it's exactly what happens with bands.
Yeah.
And this heavily ties into young up and coming bands. Like that's why like us older bands, the biggest like kind of advice we ever give is stick to it.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah, you just
everybody who has played music with me has had the talent to really make it in the world. Yeah, they've been great musicians, great writers, but what happens is you end up shooting yourself in the foot. Like you end up you end up walking away from a great experience because you're anxious, because things aren't happening at the pace that you would like them to.
Yeah.
Because people haven't found your music and haven't gotten to
Discovered
it yet. So all of a sudden you're just, discouraged.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, there are bands out there that are fucking amazing that never get the credit they deserve. Like you gotta think of like that band Anvil.
Oh, I know.
And that band Exhorter.
Exhorter, yeah.
Dude, Exhorter's the biggest fucking example of a band that got fucking just steamrolled by reality.
Big time. And I work with them too. I work with them.
You do? That's from Texas, right?
No, Louisiana, New Orleans. Yeah. I mean, right there, next door. But early on, they
had that sound before fucking Pantera. Pantera said, "Hey, we can do this. We can do it better."
Pantera legitimately ripped them off. Like that's where, I mean, that's the band. It's crazy.
So I mean, there's so much of that, and you have to understand that is a possibility that might happen.
This can happen,
and that's just okay. Like, if I was gonna sit there and fucking get pissed off on every band that's superseded my band, that's fucking taken a stylistic choice that I've made that really set us apart from somebody that fucking they've taken it and done better with it. If I fucking sat and got angry about it, I'd be fucking really pissed off, dude.
You would be
pissed off, dude, because I mean,
it's just what happens.
Not to toot my own horn, but it's like all the bands that I'm in started this shit. Like really, like
I know.
We're part of a fucking movement that
Big
was
time.
fucking creating a new style of music that fucking everybody considers a scene and a style. So
I mean, I remember when All Shall Perish started popping off too, and I was like, whoa, this is wild, this band's insane. And then even when Suicide Silence came out, I was like, what the fuck is this?
Who was doing
the Faceless? What the fuck? The first 100%. Faceless too? Jesus. I mean, that was
like, you can sit there and say all you want, but it's like, I'm not going to get angry at these kids who came up and fucking, am I going to get angry because Whitechapel's a sick band? No, dude. Like,
no. Why?
No.
I know.
I will get pissed off if a fucking band sits on their fucking hinds and doesn't do shit with their name.
Yeah, for sure. That'll irritate me.
I'll fucking get pissed off if a band just fucking sits on their hinds and fucking doesn't change up their style and fucking goes, well, this is my little circle and I'm gonna fucking sit to it.
Yeah.
It is gonna piss me off.
Yeah.
If you're gonna act afraid in this fucking scene, you're fucking worthless to me.
Like, you gotta try to push the boundaries. You gotta push. You gotta push it, man. You can't just stay.
We left high school. High school's over. High school's fucking over, dude. Like, it's fucking done. It's been done. And if you're still in fucking high school, worrying about what people fucking think about you, I'm sorry, stop being a musician. Stop.
Yeah.
It's
If
it's
you can't get
giving
past that.
it's giving music a fucking sour taste, dude. Like, it really is.
No, you're right. 100%.
And I'm tired of being sad about the state of music. I want it to be cool again. I want it to be like, I want people to fucking feel like they can change the world with music, because I feel like people don't, and I feel like that's where people give up.
Mm-hmm.
So don't give up.
Yeah,
because
just keep with it.
all the musicians that I've worked with that haven't made it or haven't put their best foot forward or have made it and then dropped it, it was that they stopped. And
They
stopped
stopped,
giving a
yeah.
fuck.
A lot of bands, I dude, so many that would just like stop before, and it's like, man, this band could have made it, you know, this band could have fucking done it, and they just gave up so early, and it's sad.
Yep. What it would there was another question that
before the stuff, it was from Benny. Dan, I asked this with Dave. He means Dave from Sons of the Swarm. But for Eddie, how much pressure did fans put on you when you joined Suicide Silence? With the
I read the question. To answer that question, I've never had anxiety in my whole life. I've never broken out in hives or had any physical reaction to pressure.
Yeah, it never made you have that.
Never in my life have I ever dealt with that. Like, up until when I joined Suicide Silence.
Yeah.
And you know, I have a lot of things that happened to me as a kid that make me a perfect candidate for being in a touring band, being a musician. You know, I have mechanisms in my psyche that really make me perfect for being on the road, because I don't lose it.
Yeah, which is it's a rare thing.
And part of that is not having any physical reaction to pressure, because when you're on the road, there's hella pressure every day.
So much pressure.
There's a business. You're at work every second of the day. If your brain isn't thinking about what you could be doing better, how to change your show, how to get better as a singer, at a, you know, whatever it is, from the minute detail to the largest detail. If you're not thinking about that stuff, you're gonna get steamrolled.
Yeah,
and
100%.
And it does take a certain amount of, you know, there is a level of like, well, I'm built for this shit. There's been so many people that I know that just, they're killer smart people, great musicians. You would think that they would be able to handle being on the road, and they cave. You know, it's hard.
Yeah.
So
not everyone can do it.
That being said, that's me. And when I joined Suicide Silence, I had my first case of, like, you know, I broke out, my whole left shoulder broke out in a massive hive rash.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I mean,
wow.
I went from being a nobody that couldn't get 1,000 people following him on Instagram, being in a band that was mentioned by Metallica, playing on stage with Metallica, yet I couldn't get 1,500 people to follow me on Instagram.
Yeah.
To all of a sudden, 10,000 people rolled into my page out of nowhere.
And you got all eyes on you.
100%.
Yeah, because every eye was on you as soon as you joined. I remember.
And it didn't stop.
Yeah.
It was like people were expecting me to fucking just, and that's exactly what I gave them. You know, like I took a nosedive with my career, because at the end of the day, I was never in it for the likes or for the attention. I was never in it to be everybody's fucking hero. Like, you know, I wanted to be an instrument in a band. That's always been my MO. I hate singers. I fucking hate them. I hate singers. I hate singers. I hate when people compare me to a singer.
Oh yeah, like, I could imagine.
As in, like,
that would annoy me.
As in, like, oh, you're just, you know, you're one of those singers. You know, it's like, dude, no.
Dude, no.
I'm literally one of the most, like.
It's like, why
people make fun of me because I'm not, like, my band makes fun of me because I'm not that fucking egotistical fucking dude that steps up. I mean, I do have that element to me, obviously. Like, there's a reason I can go on stage and fucking control a crowd.
Yeah.
But a big majority of who I am is the fact that I'm like, I give space. That's part of my magic in music, is I give space to other people so they can play their instrument, you know?
No, that's great.
You know, like, I give space within the art, you know, like, that is who I am. I've always had that mentality. It's like, I want to co-create with people, and I want to be a part of something, not have it be my show that fucking everyone
Yeah,
is
just
part
you.
of.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is what the singer that everyone hates is. It's like they are the, that, and I've met a lot of those singers, and honestly, they're not fucking shitty people.
Yeah,
Like,
no.
there are people out there. I will name one person who is a perfect example is fucking Dave Mustaine. But
Oh
it's
yeah.
like, it's almost like I feel like that guy does it on purpose. I feel like he like
Yeah, he
got a
does.
he got a reputation and just like stuck with it. And like
Mm-hmm.
he almost does it now so that you get the joke.
Yeah.
Like we did Mayhem tour together in
Yeah.
2011, and
Damn
I
disturbed.
was at catering and
Uh-huh.
I opened the door for Dave Mustaine.
Oh.
I'm literally holding the door open with this grand gesture of like, Mr. Mustaine, please, you know,
Step
basically
into the
fucking
throne.
bowing
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
he gave me one of these.
What?
Just fucking like put his arm on my
What?
chest, as if he needed to push me further than I was already holding the door.
Oh my god, dude.
If you don't have one of those experiences with Dave Mustaine, have you really met Dave Mustaine?
Have you really met him?
Have you really?
Oh, that's
Dude, it
so
was fucking
fucking
unreal, dude. And it's
funny.
like it's like
It's like,
that
what?
guy has it because it's on purpose, but there's hella bands out there. I mean, I won't go too far. I mean, Suicide Silence was a fucking frontman led band,
Yeah.
fucking Slaughter to Prevail is a frontman led band.
Is it good about?
People, it is a thing.
It
And
is.
those bands tend to flourish because people like that personality, whether or not they really don't like it
Yeah,
on a personal level. That's a desirable personality,
it
a
is.
very confident fucking headstrong leader, you know
Yeah.
so
So
so yeah.
it was a good amount of pressure.
hmm thank
When you,
you thank you, Corey.
Corey's the
That means a
fucking
lot to
man.
me, actually. And the fucked up part is that I do know that.
Yeah.
I know that a lot of people have listened to my voice and been like, oh, I didn't know you could do that.
Oh, you
Um,
can really do that?
yeah, and a lot of people have, taken it as a blueprint. Oh, so if I do this, that I can really, range my voice like this. Oh, I can teach myself new ranges. Oh, I can shape, the higher end of my voice to sound like this if I
Hmm.
if I fuck with this dual tone. A lot of people have been coming up to me being like, "Oh, dude, I heard that you learned a little Tuvan throat singing from, Mongolian throat singing, and that really helps, your style. I've tried to do the same thing, and I've looked it up, and that stuff is really
Wow.
cool for me. It's really inspiring. And I
Yeah,
do
to hear
know,
that.
it's good to hear it. But I do know and I do see it, and I really appreciate like I'll shout him out right now that the singer of Enterprise Earth,
Oh, really, Dan?
yeah, he's
He's a beast.
he may not say it, and I know that dude's talked shit about me in the past,
Oh,
but that dude for sure, 100% is a dude who practices my school of fucking screaming.
wow.
He has the same tonality, same approach,
Yeah.
and I'm really fucking stoked on that dude's voice. I think he's a fucking amazing.
Yeah, dude, he's pretty fucking solid. I mean, I remember hearing him back in Infinite Annihilator and be like, whoa, okay. But he's come up a lot.
Yeah, I mean he's to each their own.
Yeah.
A lot of people capitalized when I tanked. When I took a political nosedive. A lot of people took that opportunity to fucking be like, yeah, I can get some clicks if I was fucking doing this.
Yeah. Yep. What was that
It,
one?
it rated me, it made me cry because there are people too, and he should hit me in the face with a water bottle for asking that. That sucks, dude.
Wait,
That
where?
really sucks. That's a shitty, that's a shitty fucking situation,
I
man.
once asked Bruce Willis at Jesse Smith if he would take a picture of me because I asked that. Jesse berated me and actually made me cry. Wow. Because
Yeah, sucks.
there are people too, and he should hit me in the face with a water bottle for asking that. What the fuck?
Well, first off, you should
you?
laugh at that experience now.
Yeah, you should laugh at it now for
First
sure.
off,
Yeah.
first off, um, I hate taking pictures. I hate it with a fire
Yeah,
in
I
me.
don't like taking pictures either. Trust
My
me.
mom used to ask me to take pictures as a
Yeah.
kid.
Yep.
Fuck you. I would like seriously swear at my mom. But if a fan asks me to take a picture, I will if I
Just
can, I will stop everything I'm doing to take a picture.
yeah.
The only times I've ever walked away from a situation like that is because I have a pressing thing going on,
Yeah,
or
you
I've
have
been
something.
standing there for 2 hours and I'm like, all right, dude, I'm fucking
I'm
tired.
fucking done.
I need,
Yeah.
I need to drink some water and sit down.
Yeah.
You
I
know,
need to clear my mind now.
so,
Yeah.
so it's like, I mean, those are really the only 2 times I've ever stepped away, and I still get called a dick for fucking stepping away. So I mean, it's unavoidable
It
to feel
is.
like that. So
It is.
just try to understand that, Corey.
Oh yeah,
They are
definitely.
they are people too, you know. So
Some
you know,
have just have a
people
really
do have
bad day.
they have to go to their food. Their brother might have called them a fucking gaylord that morning, and they would have been
Some bullshit happened.
really bummed out. So you just never know. Um, Thanks for the posture check.
Yeah, we got a lot
I did
of
want to answer Danny's question. Um, Anything I've learned
Oh,
from being in suicide silence is that your perception of your career is not the perception of your career. Your perception of self is very different on how other people see you. And the biggest mistake you could ever do is to limit yourself by saying, I'm never going to become a caricature of myself.
Yeah.
You are going to become a caricature of yourself. You are 100%. People are going to latch onto one physical thing about you that they can identify with. Yeah, it's 100% that. The biggest thing you can ever do to ruin your own career is ruin your career. It's to genuinely step in it. I didn't think that, the followers on Instagram mattered, that all that stuff mattered, because in my mind, I was being all punk rock and being like, no, I want to stay true and fucking this and change everything of mine. But the reality is, it's like you are pigeonholing yourself when you decide to do metal.
Oh yeah.
People are instantaneously going to have a perception of who you are.
Yeah.
And it's sad, but it's true. And the thing is, we write scary music for scary people.
Yeah.
And there's never going to be anything that changes that. So
Yeah.
as long as you stay true to that, you're always going to be successful. The self-titled is one thing that I'll always bring up in this instance.
Mm-hmm.
That was a purposeful decision to make something that was off-putting, because if we wanted to step into the world and make a pretty fucking record, that ain't fucking metal.
It isn't, no.
And we made a record that pissed all of you guys off. How fucking metal is that?
It is really metal. I went back to it a few weeks ago and I was like, okay, I actually do like this. At first, it was such a big change. It was just like, I guess, compared to like the Job for a Cowboy EP, and then they went.
I can't listen to it. It makes me cry.
Yeah, but yeah,
it's a stupid heavy record for me. Like mentally.
Well, I know the lyrics were right.
Yeah, it's 100% about my family,
yeah,
about me, about my addictions, about my problems.
Yeah,
it's stuff that I was afraid to talk about, that I brought to light. That fucking, when I listen back to it now and I hear the nuances of why we picked those takes, and remembering where I was mentally
at that moment,
dude, yeah, I mean, I have legitimate PTSD from it.
Yeah. Was that were you ever that like any other lyrics in Suicide Silence and All Shall Perish were that personal, or was this the one record?
Yes, I have written stuff that's personal in the past, but it's always been with this like positive intention.
I got you.
This like, there's a moral behind this. There's a lesson behind this.
Yeah.
That record was 100% nihilistic. It was me genuinely taking my chest and heart, ripping it open, and seeing the gore, seeing seeing the years that were lost between my father and I,
Yeah.
because he ran away from responsibility.
Hmm.
Seeing the years of silence between my mother and I because I didn't want to man up and listen.
Yeah.
Uh, uh, seeing the years that were separating, the relationship between my mother and Doris, and it fucking Doris, her sister,
Yeah.
and it
Yeah.
completely annihilated the family,
Yeah. That
separated
stuff.
the
Yeah.
family, which was like it was. We have a really strong family. My grandfather was a head of the fucking family type motherfucker.
Really. Yeah.
He was a politician.
Oh
He was a
wow.
bigwig. He opened up schools. He
Whoa.
was a fucking yeah. He was a dude,
Holy shit.
and
Wow.
we have a really strong family. Like the name the name Pacheco is a name that rings very true in a lot of countries. It's a very well established name,
Yeah.
and
That's wild.
he was of that blood, like you could tell that he ran
Hmm.
shit, and just this divide between Doris, my mom's
Yeah. Your aunt.
sister, and
Yeah.
her, like literally put a fucking massive divide in the family. And I mean,
Wow. For a
I,
while,
I,
right? It was like
yeah,
years. I remember you
I
talked about it
personally
before.
don't have ties to my family. Like I don't reach out to my family. I don't talk to them
Wow.
because of those ties, because of those situations. So yeah, the record's fucking brutal for me.
Yeah.
Probably the most brutal record. I can listen to other stuff and not have any kind of emotional reaction or be like, that's where I was in that point.
Yeah.
This is
This is like very.
it grows with me. It like changes with me every time I listen to it. I hear different things. I hear the mix differently, like
Yeah.
it's fucking crazy. Thank you, Danny. I appreciate it. A lot of people who are here now, they do like the record, but there's a shit ton of people who don't.
Yeah.
There's a shit ton of people who don't
Were
like
you
the record.
guys like prepared for that?
That was the point.
Okay. Yeah. That
Chris
literally.
Garza looked at me before we wrote the record and said, "We are burning every bridge with an agent." By the way, it was Nick Storch. That was the name that I was looking
Oh.
for earlier. He
Okay.
put us on that Warped tour.
Oh. Okay.
Um,
Okay.
uh, we burned bridges with every fucking agent. We fired our manager, which is probably the biggest mistake that we did, along with a couple of other mistakes.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was the point. It was we were there to. I remember the point where I looked at Ross before we started actually recording vocals and looking at him and being like, "Hey, dude, what are we doing?" And him going, "We're gonna write something that works for you, and then we're gonna throw it into the ocean after it's done." And that was always the mentality. It was
Wow.
like
Yeah.
it was at no point ever did I say, "Hey, the fans are gonna like this."
Yeah. You know. Yeah. You
I was
guys
like,
were.
we would listen to stuff and be like, "Oh my god, the fans are gonna cringe hard at this," and it
Hmm.
was like, yeah, it was on point, on purpose.
Yeah.
'Cause I
But
I have an ear, guys. I know how to fucking intonate myself.
yeah.
Believe it or not, guys, I have about as close to a perfect pitch ear as you can get, but besides having a fucking legitimate perfect pitch. I'm like 4 megahertz, 4/10 of a megahertz off from perfect pitch.
Gee. Wow.
So I know how to fucking sing in tune. We kept fucking takes like that because I was in the middle of fucking crying. And the shit that people make fun of, that fucking tee thing, was me fucking crying, like literally. And that dude fucking bullied me. like that's the joke. That's the part
Yeah.
that nobody fucking gets.
Yeah. No
It's
one
I
under.
turned you all into the bullies that you guys got. Like it was really horrible to see. Like I felt bad. I felt like I should have never done that. You know?
Yeah.
Because it really puts people in a fucking primitive state when you hear something that really touches you down to the core, really affects you, really moves you,
Hmm.
even if it's something that you're getting a fucking legit reaction from.
Yeah.
And watching the scene do exactly what I feared, which is act like humans,
Hmm.
it was like it was an experiment gone wrong. Like
Yeah.
we're scientists, man. Musicians are
Yeah.
scientists. And one of the things that pisses me off is these scientists aren't willing to fucking blow up their experiments.
No. I know. A lot of bands are. they're very scared to do something different.
Yep.
They want to stay in like the same formula in a sense, which, okay, I get it. But sometimes it's like, maybe you should try something different because you need to, or maybe that'll work out better, or, you know.
Yep.
It's just something different than the norm that you've been doing or you've been writing.
100%.
You know?
And I mean, and that record helped us find a love for our style too. You know, become the hunter.
Yeah, I was just going to go into that.
Thanks for putting that up.
Yeah.
You know, Become the Hunter is 100% who we are. That's our band.
For sure, yeah.
Silence. You know, like that's not a band that should change their name. Like, lest you forget that we still write fucking crushing, fucking brutal shit.
Oh yeah, the band. And you can hear it on that record, 100%.
100%. You know, and thank you, Steph. That's the position that I would hope most people would have.
Yeah.
And to be honest, we did weed that out. Like the people that stuck around for Suicide Silence are the people who are genuine.
Yeah.
Who have something to gain from us, who fucking aren't trying to utilize the coolness of the name to fucking get in good when they actually really hate the band.
Yeah.
Because that is the problem with Suicide Silence, is they've always had more haters and people who are willing to watch. And this is before I even joined the band.
Oh yeah, definitely. I remember.
Like,
yeah. Like the band's always had like some sort of haters. Like it's insane from the get-go.
Mitch was the most hated dude in the fucking deathcore scene before he passed away. You guys only know him as like Mitch, this hero, like angel. But yo, people hated him. They made fun of his voice.
Yeah.
They bullied him. And I would watch that dude fucking fall apart.
Wow.
Nobody fucking talks about that shit.
Yeah. No.
They talk about that dude being, and honestly, that's kind of hard for me to say, but that's fucking true.
Yeah.
I just showed you guys what Suicide Silence really fucking has to deal with, because I am really easy to be made fun of. I've been made fun of since I was in fucking All Shall Perish. People make fun of my looks. People make fun of who I am. They've called me fat. You could fucking name it, dude.
Yeah, done it all.
I've been told everything in the fucking book, and I knew that I could write a record like that to take it. And Become the Hunter is 100% us showing you guys that, yo, I'm not going fucking anywhere.
Yeah. I'm still as strong as it was. Fucking.
I'm tied to this fucking game.
Start.
Like I'm tied to death metal. I'm tied to metal, and in order for me to have the longevity that I need to have in order to do this forever, I had to write a record like our self-titled. I was gonna write it with Suicide Silence or with All Shall Perish. It didn't fucking matter, dude. I was gonna write a crazy ass record.
Yeah.
Some of my favorite music is fucking this like crazy, personally violent music that fucking everybody hates, dude. When I put on music for other people, they hate it. It's because I listen to shit that fucking tears you apart inside, that makes you fucking think for a second.
Yeah.
That fucking you can't talk over or play a video game while you're listening to it, because it seeps into your fucking core, and that's the shit that I want to write.
Yeah.
And it's hard for me because that nobody likes that shit.
No.
You know, it's like wanting to fucking paint a Jackson Pollock and not being Jackson Pollock, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Like, you know, nobody's gonna like you just fucking throwing paint onto a canvas and being like, pay me $10,000 for this. So I mean, and the thing is this also ties into my suggestion to new and up and coming bands. It's like, realize that you are pigeonholing yourself. If you are branding yourself, and you better be ready to be that brand, regardless of how you feel about brands. Kev, what's up, dude?
Yo, what up, Kev?
My man, Kev.
I love Kev. Waiting for that new Merciless concept record.
Mm-hmm. Give me
that. Who did you?
What else are you doing, Quarantine Lord, dude?
Huh?
What? It's like, what else are you doing, Quarantine Lord, dude?
Just
Kev Muller. I see you playing video games. Let's write some music, bud.
Oh man, we need Eddie and Kev on a track.
Oh shit.
Have you? Yeah, you guys never. Yeah,
I haven't. I never even could. Duh.
Oh, what the?
Kev, you know,
Write a song together. That'd be sick.
Kev,
What
I've always
was
wanted
it?
to actually start a band that I don't sing in. That's a slam dunk.
Oh. Wait, can you play guitar or anything?
Yeah, I mean, I mentally write shit, but yeah, I have my little ESP.
Oh, you do?
Hi, and it's a lefty,
Oh. Are
and
you
it's
a
a lefty.
lefty?
Yeah,
No
it's all out
shit.
of tune, shot, but I got it. Yeah.
Kevin Eddie on a new Last 10 track. Yo, that would be so sick. Y'all, hey, y'all need to do that, please.
I'll do the tee-hees all day, baby. I got you on the falsettos.
I got you on the falsetto.
Yeah. Let's go.
Oh, that's good. That is fucking good. Jesus.
Yeah, man.
But yeah,
It's
I
only
mean,
taken me 2 years to laugh at that. It's okay.
how long did it take you guys to write Become the Hunter? Was that like right after?
That took a lot longer than it should have because of internal shit. Like,
Okay, yeah.
Alex had some personal stuff to deal with.
Yeah.
He actually, oh shit, Steph, that's the third time.
Yeah,
That's the third
yeah.
time
Let's.
the answer to that, in the long and short, is that I'm taking lessons so that I can give lessons. I am not a teacher, any fucking means, and yeah, I'm stoked to start, but I don't feel ready to do it yet. I feel like I would be a big disservice to anybody that was giving me money. So until I'm ready, yeah, but
soon enough.
DK showed me the album last summer and I loved it. Become the Hunter, yeah, dude. Become the Hunter is a fucking crush.
I love the fucking record.
It's
when the first single came out, I was like, oh fuck yeah.
Yeah,
people were like, oh, they're not gonna come back from this. So I'm like, dude, they're gonna come back and smash you in the fucking face.
Dude,
that's exactly what they're gonna do. And you guys came out the first single. I was like, there you go. What, you think they don't have it anymore or something? Of course they can write this shit still. What the fuck? I love
it. People started comparing me to like the changes that Corey Taylor went through in his voice.
Oh, really?
They were like, "Oh, dude, Eddie just lost his screaming voice. He blew it out.
He doesn't know how to do it anymore." Yeah. A lot of people will say that about singers too. Oh, he blew it out on this record. It's like, no, he's just might be doing something different for this record.
Something different, dude. Something that I'd never done before. Oh man. Oh shit, we got Alpha Omega up in here. What's up, baby?
What's up, baby?
Dude, I love seeing all the homies in here, dude. It's been this little community right here is
so tight.
They pop in fucking everyone's streams and it's fucking incredible.
Let's show everyone
what we need to do, y'all, is start branching out. You guys need to start going to other people's streams and being like, hey, these streams over here pretty cool.
Yeah. I've been trying to just get more people like involved with Twitch, like sign up for it. I'm like, check it out. Like there's a lot of like, especially like metal people, like metalheads. I'm like, yo, like there's a lot of fucking metalheads streaming, dude. Like you should get up on this. Like this is sick. Like a lot of cool people too. I mean, I didn't have the time to do any of this until the fucking pandemic happened, and now I'm like full on in.
I will say this. If you're in a band and being in a band slightly stresses you out, as in like doing all the fucking social media stuff, this is going to stress you out further. Like
it can, yeah.
You know, I deal with that. Like I'm not the biggest social media dude. I hate social media. Yeah. The reason I finally gave in to Twitch is because I feel like this social media is the kind of the best conglomerate of it all. It really well. They, you know, like I said earlier, it really does give an opportunity for you to get actual support from your followers. And not have to rely on asking people to stick to an algorithm that they're going to change in a month. You know, like
Instagram and
it's pretty crazy.
Facebook, prime example.
Instagram, Facebook, like Facebook, you have to pay them to maybe get your ad out.
Yeah.
Like it's
and sometimes it doesn't even work. I've done so many Facebook ads throughout so many bands, my own tour, you know, Devastation, Bloodletting and stuff. And they would it would be targeted. It would get targeted to the wrong people. It would just, and like, what the fuck is this thing doing? It's fucks up, and it's like you lose that money. But
Yo, real quick, has Devastation of the Nation always been your tour, or is that something that you hopped into with Steph?
No, it was always mine. I booked a tour. I booked a King Conquer tour in like 2011, and me and Chris, the drummer, came up with the name. But it wasn't gonna be like a branded tour. It was just for that tour. We were trying to come up with a name for their tour.
So I booked that tour at the DNA Lounge back in like...
Oh, wow. It was like 2011. Was that year 2011?
Yeah, like 2010, 2011, something like that. Because that's when I was booking. I booked from like 2009 to 2011.
Okay.
And then I joined. And then I went on tour and came back and... Oh, dude, the DNA Lounge, me too, man. Some shady shit there, but yeah, man. I booked that fucking tour. I remember that.
Damn.
It was... I always because it came through me. It came to me through Steph.
Was it
and
that one?
Steph and I, it was either Steph maybe beginning to help you out.
No,
just being like,
this was before me and Steph knew each other. You might be referring to a different tour. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe one. No, it was.
I remember it was Devastation of the Nation, dude. Because I remember thinking that to be 100% transparent, I always thought that it was a poorly translated name. Devastation of the Nation. It was just like too. It was like too much. It's like.
Well, at first it was gonna be that, and then we changed it. Yeah.
Yeah, it was like, and it. I was like,
no, let's be honest.
Of course, it's Steph's tour. Of course, he wrote it. He wrote it wrong.
I love Steph.
So fucking funny, dude. Different Steph.
Yeah, it was. I was always like wanting to do something like, I guess, Summer Slaughter, right? I was like, I want like my own thing, but make it slightly different and get bands on it that don't tour often. I guess, like, not every band, but like at least like one or two bands that don't come here often or tour here at all, really, and get them on this tour.
Yeah.
And I think we executed that if this year actually happened with Rotting Christ, it would have been this year and last year with Dark Funeral and stuff. So it was like, that's been my point. I want to make it special and just have like these, like Borknagar, who hasn't been here in 20 fucking years, you know? It was like that. When I landed them on the tour, I was like, oh my God. And people were like, yo, you got Borknagar? You got Borknagar? Like, what? we thought they were never coming back here ever again.
Dude. European bands stay alive, man.
Yeah, they do.
They stay alive, dude. How stoked are you on the Cadaver fucking shit?
The Cadaver shit.
Cadaver just released a record during the quarantine.
I did not know that.
And yo, they haven't. I mean, literally, like the last thing they released was like in like 2011.
Oh, right here.
And then before that was like 94.
Yeah.
it was like something crazy.
98.
Like that.
Oh no.
Yep.
Hold on. What? Unless Spotify is wrong. 1988 and then 2019.
Yep.
Whoa. Oh, yeah, that was a like single.
Something insane like that.
And then, wow. Talk about
Origin, Chrissy, and Aeon as a fucking tour is unreal. Yeah,
that was a good lineup. Yeah, that was the Devastation 2015. A lot of people were stoked on Aeon. I mean, that band, you can't fuck with Aeon.
Nope, you cannot fuck. Same way you can't fuck with Vitriol either, dude.
Dude, you can't. Like one of the newer like death metal bands out today. Jesus Christ.
Dude, I was watching a couple of their videos last night, just like all horned up, and was like, death metal, dude. And fucking put intense. On Vitriol, dude. And like I was watching their playthroughs, dude. They're so cool looking too.
They are, dude. That guitarist is so gnarly.
They're like his faces he makes, dude. Oh, dude, Surreption. Yo, Surreption. We played a show with Surreption in fucking Sweden.
Oh,
bro,
that's their hometown too.
I wanted to cry, man.
That band's incredible.
I was so hyped during that show that during our set, because they played before us. During our set, I was just full on mean. Like I got
just going off.
I got onto my fucking old school Eddie like death metal mode and fucking. And I was just running around. Some kid went on stage to take a fucking selfie with me, dude. Grabbed his fucking phone, and without thinking, I just shoot the thing all the way across. And I was like, "Get the fuck out of my face!"
Get out of
But
here.
yeah, dude, Surreption pumped me up like that, dude. Same thing with Ingested, dude. We played we played Leeds Fest with Ingested once, and I went down and I hung up the retirement gloves and I fucking pitted, dude.
Whoa! Came out of that retirement.
I got so pitted, dude.
I got pitted, dude. Yeah, picking up Ingested back. It was like late. Or when did I pick them up? Like late 2014, and that was because of Wyatt from Last 10 Seconds of Life. He was like, "Yo, you need to pick up Ingested," and I was like, "I know that band. I just never really listened to them," and I did. I was like, "Whoa, this is wild." All right, yeah.
It was
sick. They crushed it on that tour too, dude. It was insane.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's because a lot of people don't realize, but it's those European bands that fucking get a shit ton of fucking YouTube views and shit like that. They don't come here often. Like Slaughter Prevail's been here twice, and they got all this fucking hype, dude. Like
it's insane.
Homie has like 150,000 followers on fucking Instagram, and
his YouTube channel. Jeez, dude. You ever see his YouTube? It's insane. Millions of views on his videos.
Yeah, out of control. So it's like, so I mean,
dude,
and they've only been here 3 times.
Yeah, like 3 times. Okay.
I mean, true, and we all know the reason.
Yeah,
we don't need to divulge those reasons. We know. But I'm saying, like, they've only been here 3 times, and you would think I'm saying that you would think they would have played here hella times and oversaturated, but no, it's just wild.
It is.
It's hard to get those guys over here.
It is hard. I mean, it's going to be a little bit harder now. I guess I found out some good news the other day was that at first they were trying to up the cost of visas, right? Remember hearing that for bands?
Yep.
A few weeks ago it was announced, but now it's been paused. The lawyer that I work with a lot of the bands that I work with from Europe told me that the other day, that they paused it. It's not off the table.
It's been a nightmare because what is it? You know Ginger, right?
Yeah.
So the singer of Ginger is married to Alex, my drummer.
Oh.
And
I had no fucking idea.
She finished a tour.
Okay.
And got stuck out here.
Really?
During the quarantine. And they had all these visas fucking just get annihilated. Like they had maybe $1,500 worth of visas just get fucking annihilated.
Oh yeah, even more than that. It's like but still.
And after they got married, he was saying that it was like, yeah, they won't even let her back into her own country unless she gets married to somebody because she can't. Because her visas were revoked, it's almost like her citizenship is on hold.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it was fucking insane. She couldn't go home. She was paying rent to this fucking place. Like she had to have one of her friends go pick up her cat. Like
in her country or where she's from.
Yeah, they're from the Ukraine.
Yeah, Ukraine. So wow. So
man, it was unreal.
Holy shit! So how long was she able to go back eventually?
She was here for 8 months. She was here for 8 months, and it took 2 months for her to get back, and it was after they got married. They didn't get married for that reason. I mean, they've been living together, and they've been together for 2 years, and they were just like, yeah, you know what? We're going to end up together anyway, so let's get you fucking home.
Yeah, let's just get it done, yeah.
And they got
married. This was going to happen anyway.
Yeah, so, yeah, it's brutal. It's like, so it's also both. Yeah. She was because she was living with Alex.
Wow.
That's why all of a sudden we had that, all these collaborations between Ginger and Suicide Silence is because we were supposed to go on tour together.
Yeah, I know.
And then B, she was living at his house,
Yeah. That's crazy, man. A lot of crazy shit happening. Oh man, I heard Josh said I heard about them drinking all of Bone Thugs whiskey on Summer Slaughter. Ingested, man, up until up until I think the Despised Icon tour they did last year, they used to get real drunk on tour. Like real drunk. And then they finally cut it out. Finally got healthier. Lynn, the drummer, started running, lost weight, like stopped drinking on tour, like straight up was like, hey, yeah, we gotta stop drinking. We're fucking up.
Horror stories. I mean, the English too. The English are fucking lords of alcohol,
dude.
And
I party with them, and it's hard.
It's hard. You know the Black Tongue guys, right?
Not really. So no, I don't really. I worked with them for a little bit, but I've never met them before or anything.
Well, anytime we were in Europe, we'd want them on a tour. We're like, fucking, those are our boys.
Oh, I love that. The band's so sick.
They really add this like amazing deathcore, not deathcore, doom vibe to the fucking show, and it's sick as fuck. And when they first started, they were animals. I mean, that Infinite Annihilator video was like just seeing its heights, and then Black Tongue came out right after, and they were just the complete opposite of what that other band was. So there was like they had all this height, and they were drinking like fishes, dude. And
didn't the singer walk out the front door of the
Alex, dude? That's what I was getting to.
Yeah, all right. So, that's what I thought.
So yeah, dude. So he gets so pissed one night, gets so fucking drunk that he confuses the bus door,
like the front for the exit
for
entrance.
the open door to the outside of the bus. He confuses it for the bathroom door, and he opens the door mid drive and steps off the fucking bus and falls. I mean, dude, we're laughing about it, but yo, we were on tour. Dude. We were on tour with them, and we were like, "What the?"
Were you guys on the same bus? Right?
No. We were on the bus ahead. They were in a small like a little nightliner, like a little baby nightliner.
Oh, okay, I got you.
They weren't on an actual bus, but those nightliners are built like buses. They're like little mini buses. So they have those automated doors that, because it's like an augmented system. It's not built in. It doesn't have all the fail safes that you would on a real bus. So on a real bus, you can't do shit like that because
you're not going to open it.
Because the driver locks everything, you know?
The driver has his like lounge. Like the
the
driver would have caught him. I'm pretty sure. You know.
So yeah, like that can't happen. Dude. But in their little bus, it happened 100%. And yeah, dude stopped drinking after that. As tough. Like it took him a couple years. He went sober, and it took him a couple years to have a beer again. But yeah.
How fast was the nightliner going? Do you guys know?
It was full. They were full on going, but he was so drunk that he didn't like. He immediately got knocked out and then just ragdolled. And all the only thing that happened to him was the first impact of his body was his head and his shoulders. So it's like and he hit, I think it was grass. So he didn't get like. Yeah, it wasn't gravel or anything. It was just like full on, just like
fucking
like grass burn on the side of his face. Yeah.
Wow. So he got lucky.
He got really
lucky,
and he knew right away. Like the next day, he was just like, "Dude, I can't believe it." Like he was in shambles for a little while. Like,
I would have been too. I would have been so like, I don't even know what I would have done. You know, imagine waking up in the hospital like, what'd I do?
What happened?
I walked off the what?
I did what again?
I'm alive. I'm alive still. Are you fucking with me?
That has two reactions. You either go, "I'm fucking Superman," or you go, "Holy shit, I'm lucky." And he definitely had the
"Holy shit, I'm lucky." Yeah.
Well, what was I gonna say? But yeah, that band definitely drinks tough, and they stopped because of being on tour. Because being on tour, dude, it's a whole different thing. Like you can go out once a week and get your fucking your drink on and fucking have it be a thing. But a lot of people go on tour with that mentality of like I'm on vacation every single day.
Every day, yeah. And it's just like, dude, it catches up to you.
Yeah.
And it did with Ingested. It caught up to them, and they realized it.
Yeah. For me,
I was like, yeah, guys.
I got off the bus one day to go to the bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because obviously
Yeah, you
you
can't.
guys know what I'm talking about.
You
You can't
can't
go
poop
this
on the
type of
bus.
bathroom and you can't go
Can't
this
go number
type of
2.
bathroom in the bus. So I stop the bus. We go out. I get in at his truck stop, and I go, and I look down, and it's just
Oh fuck.
blood, 100% blood.
Wow.
And I was like, fuck, what just happened?
Yeah.
And and I go, fuck, and I start looking up all the fucking symptoms.
Oh,
And it's
man.
like, oh, you have AIDS. You are dying of cancer. So if you bleed from your stomach or your butt, you're in big trouble.
Yeah.
Now, there's something that happens when you drink a lot of alcohol, which is you get dried out on the inside. And when you dry out your poop, it becomes this big old rock that's sitting in your your stomach.
Oh,
And when you poop, and when
man.
you poop, and when you poop a physical rock, you literally tear the walls of your fucking butt.
Oh my god. Dude.
So that was my eye-opening experience because I was drinking. I would put on our writer that I needed for myself 1 bottle of Jameson every night.
Jesus.
And
wow.
I would drink that bottle every single night because my head would be pounding.
Yep.
My neck would be hurting like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
And I wasn't drinking near to enough water, just
Yeah.
because you don't consider that stuff when you're on tour. Especially you're like, hey, this Jack and ginger ale is liquid, right?
This is liquid.
I'm hydrating.
It's made with water.
Yeah. And at the time I was fucking 3 years old, 24, basically of the mentality that like the more you can drink, the cooler you are. And
yeah,
if you drink water, you can't drink as much because you're staying sober, so
yeah,
that's a legitimate fucking mentality. And then you wake up in utter pain the next day and pooping blood, and then you go, oh shit, maybe I should fucking stop drinking alcohol as much as I do. So that was my eye-opening experience.
Yeah, that would have been mine too, for sure. Classic.
But yeah, like every dude has to go through it a little bit on tour. Some people do it with alcohol, and some people are workaholics.
Yeah.
And some people miss their family, and tour will fucking wear on you some way or another.
Somewhere, yeah.
I'm going blind. I'm going blind in one eye.
Are you?
Yeah.
Oh.
From headbanging. I'm slowly detaching the retina from my eye.
What the fuck? I've never heard of that being a reasoning for going blind.
So when I first started headbanging, I remember when I would headbang real hard, I would see this like little flash of like lots of colors.
Oh.
And
when you first started headbanging?
Yeah, I'd be like, oh, that's probably like my skull like hitting, probably like my brain hitting my skull. And I was like, oh, I'm probably giving myself little concussions.
Oh my god.
And that, as much as that worried me, it wasn't really what was happening. What was happening is every time I saw one of those little lights, it's basically like your retina attaches to your eye like this.
Yeah.
Right? And it's like gripping like this.
Uh-huh.
And it's like just you're like, oh, it like goes like that. Oh.
Yeah.
It like detaches for like a second and detaches again.
Yeah.
So eventually that happened enough to where one of the little fingers is like loosening up. Wow. So I'm slowly. It's funny when I look through this eye by myself. I sometimes watch TV like that because it makes everybody look like a cartoon. Like their heads become like an hourglass. And one eye's bigger than the other. So I have my own little filter, dude. It's sick. I have my own little Instagram filter.
Oh my god. So when did you find that out that was happening?
Just over the last like 2 or 3 years. Because for a while I was just seeing this like little round dot.
Okay.
That was just float around. And I started looking all that stuff up. And then I had a friend that went through, like, they have a degenerative disease in their eye.
Okay, yeah.
And they had to have like a full on like surgery to get everything attached again.
Whoa.
And
they can actually do that.
Yeah, they can.
Wow.
It's fucking horrible. And
I could imagine how that. Yeah.
but
Yeah.
this is a metal podcast, right? There
Yeah, I
isn't
mean,
more
this
metal to
is
talk about
it.
removing your
Yeah.
eye. But so they went through and they were like, "Oh, you're going through exactly what I went through, just on a smaller scale."
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, be careful, folks. So if you're in a band and headbanging, and you start seeing little stars in your eyes, you're not giving yourself a concussion. You're genuinely
there could be something
loosening up.
Yeah.
You're genuinely loosening up your eyeball.
Fuck. Be careful, guys.
Careful. Yeah, take care of yourself on the road, man.
Yeah, you have
Do
to.
yoga. Drink your vegetables.
Work out. Yes.
Eat veggies. Ooh, Sarah's butt's on my stream.
Hi, Sarah.
They say hi.
Oh shit.
She's like, no,
no, turn the camera off.
Goodness.
Beachy had a
question.
But
as I was saying, take care of yourselves on the road. Man.
Yeah, you have to.
Don't be afraid to actually take care of yourself. Don't be that nihilistic asshole.
I feel like that's just how a lot of younger.
You're gonna hurt yourself later. Don't be afraid to fucking tone it back on the vocals. Stretch. Take an hour before you go on stage.
Maybe drink a few bottles of water.
Maybe
you should do that.
1 or 2 while you're on stage.
Yeah, exactly. That's.
But yeah, man.
I had a question from Steph Beachy. He was for me. He said, "What was the point in your life where you knew or found out you wanted to work in the music scene?" I think it was like when I was in like a couple local bands. I was like booking all our stuff. I was like always the guy that booked the shows for the most part. And then the last band I was in, it was a metalcore band. This band called Bless the Fallen.
Bless the Fallen?
Yeah. And it was like kind of like an Azalea dying, I don't know. It was a metalcore band. It was like that style. And I joined the band. I didn't start it or anything like that. And I don't know. I kind of got like tired of being in it. And then I quit. And then I was like, I'm going to start booking tours for bands. And that's what I started to do. And it just went from there. I got into music, heavily into music, like metal, when I was 13. I got hit by a car. And I got hit by a car. I was living in Florida at the time with my family. We moved down there for a few years, like Orlando. And I hit by a car while I was riding my bike. And I fucking broke my pelvis. I broke my left knee, my right leg, almost broke my back. And it severed a nerve in my left arm, right? That they got repaired and I was able to lift my wrist again and all that. It was gnarly. But at that time, I was like bedridden, right? So I was healing and I was just at home all the fucking time. Couldn't do anything. And that's when I had the internet. And that's when I literally discovered Korn, Deftones, Slipknot. And it went on, and I just got so sucked in, and it just went from there. Then I started playing guitar in bands, and then I was just always handling like the behind-the-scenes shit. And then I started booking tours for other bands, and it just went from there. No one taught me how to do this.
That sounds like the mentality.
Yeah.
Which is. It's funny because earlier someone was like, I would hate if fucking music became like the Hollywood thing. But it's like, I think they missed what I'm trying to get at, which is your story is not uncommon. There's a lot of dudes out there. Like, look at I don't actually remember his name off top right now, but he does sound. He does sound for Whitechapel.
Oh, it's their front.
And he has a paralyzed arm.
Okay,
I don't know if you've met him before.
I'm trying to think who you're talking about.
He was originally the guitarist
of Chapel.
Of Chapel, yeah.
Whoa. Okay.
So now he does sound for them, and he got into it because he got hurt.
Yeah.
and couldn't play his instrument anymore, and then goes, but I used to do all the behind the scenes stuff, so why don't I just fucking do that?
Why don't I do that so I can keep doing what I
And
love?
even
Yeah.
for me, that's how it happened. Like
Yeah.
I was in All Shall Perish. I was like, I know how to do all these tours. I've been a tour manager for as long as I've been in the band. Why the
Yeah.
fuck don't I just book these shows? And yeah, I mean, I just think that in Hollywood there is a union for everything.
Yes, that's where that's where you're
That's
getting
what I'm
at.
talking about.
Yeah.
It's
So
like
that
there's an actors union.
yeah.
There's a
So they're
grips
covered. So
union.
their ass is covered in case something like this pandemic happens. Bands
And
can't be.
also it makes it so that there's a fucking standard.
Yeah.
Like,
That
yo,
too.
if I want to hire a person who holds a camera for a living, and
I can hire.
this gets back to the fucking virtual tour. If I
Yeah.
want to hire somebody to be a camera grip for
Yeah.
my virtual tour, they charge a certain amount of fucking money, and there's
Mhm.
no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Yeah. There's no negotiating.
Like that, there's a standard minimum fucking cost for everybody.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
sure, you can negotiate up, you can
You
negotiate
can, right?
down up to the baseline.
I got you.
But that baseline is there,
Yeah.
and everybody agrees that baseline's good.
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah.
a band should not be going out on tour for less than fucking,
X amount of money.
$1,500.
Yeah.
And if you can't draw enough to do that, then you're on your own, and it's the Wild West. But there should be a baseline minimum to enter this fucking world
Yeah.
where everybody's working together.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know,
I got you.
all the big houses are like putting out tours that kind of coincide together and aren't like feeding into, you're not going to have two tours that are basically the similar fucking bands going out at the same fucking time because you couldn't just book these two bands together because you
Mhm.
couldn't figure it out because both agents were being dickheads.
Yeah.
That
That shit
shouldn't
happens
happen.
all the time. Yeah.
That should not happen.
It should
'Cause
not
that fucks
happen, no.
everybody.
Yeah, it does in the long run.
Fuck,
I mean,
it fucks the scene,
everybody.
it fucks the fans, it fucks the agent, it fucks the musicians, it fucks the band.
Yeah.
Everybody
It all
loses.
comes back to the band.
So, I mean,
Yeah.
at the end of the day, the band is the fucking title.
Yeah,
The band is the name. The band is the brand.
It is. I mean,
Everyone
is hired and doing these jobs because of the band.
Why are the musicians the ones getting fucked in the ass at every step of the way?
Yeah.
Why is the crew getting fucked in the ass? Why do the agents feel like they're gonna get fucked in the ass if they don't fucking act a certain way?
Yeah.
Why do the managers feel like they have to be all secretive and fucking, not talk to this manager or fucking, oh, don't divulge any information, dude. I'll say it. I have a situation with Mark Hunt from Chimera.
Yeah.
That is the perfect depiction of what I'm talking about.
Really?
Eddie Hermida from All Shall Perish in 2009 or something. Texted Chimera.
Yeah.
Through Facebook, and I was like, bro, I fucking love your band since the fucking farm. What is it? Farm club days.
Oh man.
I saw you guys on MTV back on the fucking day. I've been a fan. I've seen your shows hella times. I think you're sick as fuck. I think you're a badass singer.
Yeah.
All Shall Perish would love to tour with you guys.
Yeah, something as simple as that.
Something that simple.
Yeah.
He ran that back to his whole fucking team, being like, how come I didn't know about this? Why is All Shall Perish on a tour with us without my fucking approval? And all of a sudden, you're like, what?
What?
I had to go and write an apology letter to him.
Wow.
For that. That is the perfect depiction of how not to conduct yourself in music.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody conducts themselves like that.
Yeah. Wow.
So that when I'm saying, hey, we need to bring a little fucking Hollywood into the fucking place. Yeah, dude, he's not a fucking shitty dude. But what I'm trying to say, that wasn't a shitty reaction on his side.
No.
There is legitimate hierarchy to everything.
Yeah.
And that is set up, and that is an ancient way that is wrong. Like, there needs to be a separation between, all the politics behind who's speaking to who, what's going through what avenue, who's doing what for who, because that's when everybody starts to get fucked and everybody starts to get fucked over.
Yeah.
If there was like if there was like this blanket fucking union, nobody would be tripping.
Yeah. No.
You know,
It
if
really
there was
wouldn't
this
be.
like, you know, every
You're right.
musician is going to get paid this much when you go out on tour, and unless you cannot draw this many people to your show, and then you can't be a part of the fucking union because you can't meet your fucking dues.
Yeah, you're not meeting those
It-
standards in a sense. And
you
you're
know,
kind of,
and
yeah.
there's nothing fucking wrong with that. Actors do it all fucking day.
Yeah. They get paid a certain amount.
Why can't
You're
musicians
not
do
gonna
it?
get
Why
them.
can't, you know, why can't agents all be part of a big group that works together? You know, like it's like
It's crazy that it's not
be-
like a thing.
Yep.
It was never
I mean, and
made
sure,
a
there's
thing.
politics to everything. You're not going to avoid politics by starting some sort of union or starting some
No,
sort of
there's always going
togetherness.
to be politics and everything.
Yeah, but I feel like it's going to drive something like that would drive people to be more inclined to help an up and coming band.
Yeah.
You know, to not write off the old school band because they're not hot at the moment. You know, like, which is what a lot of people do. They're like, oh, I'm not going to go see that show because that band's tired and old and this and
Yeah.
that. Well, there's a reason they're tired.
I know.
There's a reason they're tired and old because nobody went to go see them
Yeah.
on those unfucking marked tours that they were doing underneath the radar because somebody else had to promote their Hatebreed fucking Whitechapel All Shall Perish tour.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, I know you mean.
It's
Yeah.
you know, I saw that. I mean, that was the first example that I saw was Hatebreed, All Shall Perish, Hatebreed, Whitechapel, All Shall Perish, D's Nuts.
Oh
We
God,
all
D's
went on.
Nuts was on it. I didn't realize.
Yeah, and this is when John Green was still in D's Nuts too.
Oh man.
So we hit this tour, and I was just seeing all these smaller tours that got booked underneath it, just getting devastated
because of it. Yeah.
Because of it, because it was booked
competition
completely wrong.
Yeah.
It was you know it was booked.
That's one thing that's
It was booked to kind of beat the other ones instead of being like, yo, we're gonna come through week 1 and then let's have follow up the next 2 weeks. Let's have follow up tours. No, it's just
so we're not competing and hurting you guys.
There is none of that.
There is none of that, dude.
There's no consideration for the fan. What what position does that put me in if I want to go see All Shall Perish on this tour, but then I want to go see fucking Beneath the Massacre as well, but they're playing on the same night
or back to
at
back.
the same time,
or even back to back, and you don't have the money to pay for both shows. You know, there's those situations too. And that happens so fucking much, man, and it's so frustrating.
Creates choices. Yeah, fuck a choice.
Yeah, it does, and it's just like shit. You're on tour, and it's like, man, our show's fucking shot tonight. Oh, that's because this band was here last night.
Dude, I didn't understand
direct competition.
I remember doing that. It was Suicide Silence.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say it was Molotov Solution.
Oh, hell yeah.
It was Suicide Silence on their No Time to Bleed headliner.
Oh, okay.
And I remember going to that show and being like, why does this show only have 200 people at it?
That's it. And we're talking California, I assume, right?
Yeah, that's where I lived.
Yeah.
Why?
So it's
this is like, you're like, this is unfucking real. Why is this? Why? Yeah, My Children, My Bride, and Danza. Dude, you were like, all these crushing ass fucking bands.
Sickest lineup ever.
Why is this hurting? Oh, it's because fucking As I Lay Dying was down the street, and fucking Asking Alexandria was opening for them, and fucking all these other like poppier fucking bands were playing at the same fucking time.
Yeah.
And you're like, yo, Suicide Silence agent, why didn't you talk to those other 2 agents that I know are in your Rolodex and fucking just figure it out?
Yeah, or
book
if
your
you
tour
knew
a month later.
Yeah, or like reroute it. I mean, I've been guilty of it. It's happened to me. Not like it's just me not knowing, and it's like I book a tour. You know, we set the route, we book the tour. Sometimes like the promoter doesn't even bring anything up to me. That's another thing. Like I've dealt with like promoters not even telling me this shit. And then I find out when our tour gets announced and that other tour gets announced that they're like back to back at this venue. And I'm like, yo, why didn't you tell me this? I would have like rerouted it or done something and gave you a later date so we didn't have to conflict with or compete with that tour.
Yep.
Oh, I forgot. It's like, dude, how do you forget? You're looking at the calendar, you see it. If I'm giving you a date and you're like, yo, dude, I got this tour here the next day, that's going to crush your fucking tour. I'm going to lose money, right? As the promoter. You're going to lose money. Yeah, we're all losing money. And then you're going to come to me and say, dude, can I get a reduction? Because like this, I'm like,
yeah.
Bro, are you fucking kidding me? But you never told me you had that tour the day after or the night before. So now you're asking me for a fucking, are you? And it's like, I've dealt with those situations so many times. And, you know, going to the band, and this is when you have to ask for a reduction, when a promoter's like, can I get a reduction for tonight's show because it tanked, or whatever the cause may be, I have to go to the headlining band and ask them if they're okay with taking a reduction. And sometimes the reduction only comes from the headliner, most of the time. Sometimes, you know, I'll ask all the bands, depending. It depends. It'll be like the headliner and direct support, because you don't want to ask the opening band who's only getting like $150 or $200, sometimes less. You can't ask those guys for a fucking reduction.
Yeah.
They're already eating shit. So how do you go tell them, yo, we got to take half your money away? You can't. So it's like, you go to the headliner. You go to the top band on the tour, and you have to ask them. And it's like, I've dealt with that situation, man. And I'm like, why don't you tell me this, bro?
Shitty, man. And as the headlining band, you're put in a shitty position too, because you're like, I'm sorry you promoted wrong, but why am I suffering from this? So
yeah.
Dan, I hate to do this to you, but I have to take a piss really
Dude,
bad.
I have to take a piss too, and I'm pretty sure everyone knows in here that I've probably been waiting 45 minutes for Eddie to tell me he has to take a fucking piss.
All right, P boys. You guys want to talk to my chair for a little bit?
Yeah. We will be right back. Here we go. I'll mute us. Is that a good pee?
That was a solid.
Great pee. Oh, damn. Make the internet vomit. I love that name. Has rated us with 7 people. What's up, everybody?
Hey,
how you guys?
That's one of my mods.
Oh, is it? Oh, wait, I've seen that name. Yeah, okay.
That's
I love that name.
Thank you.
What's going on? Thank you so much.
Hell yeah, dude.
Sorry, we were taking a bathroom break.
Yeah, you rated us. We've been literally talking nonstop for 2 hours, so
we had to do it.
We both took pre-pees too.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, we did.
Both pre-peed.
Yeah.
It's just
I was like, yo, let me pee before I do this. Are those pizza emotes? Those are awesome.
Yep, melty pizza emotes.
That is so sick. Shoot your follow as well. Hell yeah. What's going on, everybody?
Little sneaky, dude. Yeah, you got to pre-pee, dude.
You gotta pre-pee. I drink a lot
That's
of water. I'm constantly drinking water.
That's me. People
I'm
think I
constantly
have a large glass of vodka, but it's really water.
It's just water. I'm always drinking water.
So yeah, man. What were we talking about before P took over? Yeah, you were talking about we were talking about yeah, like you know, band agents and promoters like not just working together.
Yeah, not communicating together.
Yeah.
And there's been a few tours, like definitely with like Devastation on the Nation. I've gone to like a few other agents have been like, hey, so this is when I'm doing it this year. This is looking like the lineup. This is like the route that we have put together. Is there anything you have that will conflict with this, that will compete? If there is, I am completely open to doing whatever I can to not compete with each other. And it was the few agents that are like, okay, yeah, I have this. This is probably going to compete with each other in these markets. And we work on like switching things around. Yeah. So that needs to happen more.
Yep.
Big time.
Dude, there's nothing wrong
getting killed
with joining
because of it.
There's nothing wrong with joining two shows.
No, you could, if you can pull that off, that's great. Dude, one thing I did last year was my Bloodletting North America tour with Disentomb and Signs of the Swarm and shit. It was at the Masquerade. We had one room for that tour, other room with the Despised Icon tour. And then the big room, Taking Back Sunday.
Oh shit.
Dude, when I had Dave and Bobby from Signs of the Swarm on here a few days ago, they brought that up, and Bobby, the drummer, was like, yeah, like I had no fucking idea Taking Back Sunday was playing the same night. He's like, I just like walked in the big room, you know, of Masquerade and just saw these guys, and I was like, they kind of look familiar. And then he's like, I saw the merchandise, and I was like, holy shit. TBS is playing tonight.
Dude, it's the sickest thing ever. Yeah, I remember.
It worked.
What was it? It was what was that punk rock band? It was like, is it the Ataris?
Ataris, maybe.
Is that right? Was there a punk rock band called the Ataris?
They weren't like, I don't know, necessarily punk rock. I never really got into them, but I know
there was like an actual like pop punk band that you're like, oh my god, like whatever. It was like they had like. It was some weird name like the Ataris, but it might have not been the Ataris. But either way, there's big pop punk band playing at the Masquerade. We're downstairs. It was the Suicide Silence All Shall Perish tour going on downstairs.
Oh wow.
Oh no, that's what it was. It wasn't a pop punk band. It was a Day to Remember.
Oh,
that's what it was.
Jeez.
And it was a Day to Remember had just popped off. That's what it was.
Right. Yeah.
And I don't know why I thought they were the Ataris. But yeah, they were playing upstairs, and I didn't know, and I was like,
wow,
watching the line for our show come in, and I was like, why are there all these like pop punk scene-y kids here? And it wasn't with Suicide Silence.
Yeah.
I was like, why are there these pop punk scene-y kids coming into our show? And they were coming in, and sure enough, they were upstairs, and it went off because it was like right when the Day to Remember was like popping off.
Oh yeah, that was a big time, dude. When that band popped off. That's wild.
Ghetto, what's up?
And there's only some venues that can do that stuff where they can have multiple shows, or it's like combined shows. Like with the Masquerade, we did like I think it was 100 tickets or a little bit more maybe at I forget the price tag, $20, some shit like that, $25 to go to Bloodletting Tour, Disentomb, Signs of the Swarm, Visceral Disgorge, and more, plus Despised Icon and Kubla Khan and I Am and shit. And it's like, those tickets went so fast.
Yeah.
And it was just like, why wouldn't you buy that?
Deal.
Yeah. It's like,
and you could even like, in those situations, like, I know the bands typically have to take a reduction because there's more mouths to feed. But it's like, why? Why not just fucking make the ticket
and have that room packed, and you're gonna make it up in probably the merch you'll sell.
Hey, it's Gabe, dude. Yeah, that's my boy.
I love Gabe. I've known him for a while too. You've known him longer. That
Gabe.
fool
Gabe,
always posting flyers from back in the day.
dude.
Insane.
You want to talk about old school fucking scene motherfuckers that were
Oh my
doing their shit DIY as fuck? It's Gabe.
It's Gabe, yep.
And that dude designs shirts, y'all. If you guys are in a band, you need some fucking
Hit
shirt
up
design.
Gabe.
Gabe knows his shit. He'll tell you what material to put it on. He'll tell you how many colors to make it. The dude manages fucking merch real fucking well. So
yeah, he does.
Shout
He's
out
been doing
to
it for
the homie
so
Gabe.
long. He asked me before because I used to work for Media Scare Records back in 2009, 2010, and he was like,
yeah, I remember.
It was the label would have gotten big, but you know, the owner.
Yep.
He wasn't. I mean, you've probably heard stories.
Yeah.
California.
We all
yeah, everyone knew.
We all talk, man.
Yeah, everyone talks, and I don't think
he
knew that.
I remember people talking about Media Scare, and then all the bands that were coming out of Media Scare were sick as fuck, and I was like, oh damn, these guys are badass.
Gnarly, yeah, man.
I remember getting pissed off because all those bands were getting good deals because they were new, you know.
Oh well, yeah.
And all the new bands on the new label were getting good deals because, you know, the integrity was there.
It was,
but then
at the start.
At first, yeah.
I wasn't there at the start, but yeah.
Every label goes through that, dude.
It does.
I mean, Nuclear Blast was a label that started out of because Marcus Steiger would go to the record stores in his little town and buy the coolest records and buy the record store out of the coolest records and then turn around and sell it to his friends out of his Volvo. That's how he got the base money to start Nuclear Blast. And then look at Nuclear Blast now. They're like fucking...
They're huge, dude.
They're huge.
That's insane. I never knew that.
I mean, the integrity's there when you first start for everything. It just... Everything that grows and gets big has to fucking figure out its way, you know?
Yeah, to navigate, especially, you know, even nowadays. It's hard, man, for a label.
That's crazy shit.
I just dropped about 20 donut holes on the hotel floor. Can I get an F? There you go.
You get one from me too.
Yeah, throw one in there. Damn, Steph, why'd you do that, man?
Yeah, I'm mad at you now.
Oh wait, so what did Gabe say on this? On the Sepultura Sworn Enemy Suicide Silence tour, it hit the Rock in Minnesota. They played in the basement to like 50 people, and the Black Keys were upstairs playing a sold-out show with Dr. Dog. It was so sick. What the fuck? Wow. That's something. I'm clumsy.
Yeah, I didn't know about that, but that's fucking crazy.
That's insane.
I played a festival in Europe where what's her name was headlining fucking...
It's like some pops.
Her name's on the tip of my tongue. Strumming my pain with his feet. Lauryn Hill.
There it is, yep.
Lauryn Hill was fucking headlining. And yeah, a festival.
Yeah.
And then after the festival was over, there was an EDM festival that happened right after. It was fucking insane.
Oh my god, what the fuck?
And like Black Dahlia and Murder and us played and Hatebreed before Lauryn Hill.
What?
It was insane. What's up, Uncle Herb?
What up, Uncle Herb? How you doing, man? Thank you, man.
Dude. Lauryn Hill. Suicide Silence, Black Dahlia Murder. How you like them apples?
Never thought that would ever happen. But dude, Europe, man. Europe has some crazy lineups for fests.
Yeah, they don't care.
They don't. It's insane.
They don't care. They're not fickle, dude.
Yeah.
Like, fans in America will be like, what? Machine Gun Kelly's playing in the same venue as fucking Suicide Silence? I'm not going to that show.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
That's some sellout shit.
It's some sellout shit. Dude.
And then meanwhile, fucking MGK's like getting ready for his show while jamming fucking You Only Live Once and fucking we're jamming MGK fucking before we go on stage. So that's what's up with y'all. You know? What's up with your elitism?
It's too many people are elite, like especially in
And that actually happened, by the way. I'm telling a true fucking story.
Are you
In
kidding?
Europe, in Bratislava, Machine Gun Kelly played a show, the upstairs room with Suicide Silence playing downstairs, and all of us were fucking jamming each other's music before the fucking show. We went
Wow.
to their room after and fucking smoked bowls with fucking a bunch of
Are you
crazy
serious?
Slavic fucking
What the
people. Yeah, dude, they had
fuck?
weed. It's all illegal and shit. We could have gone to jail.
we could have gone to jail.
Could have gone to Bratislava jail.
Oh my god, dude. That's crazy. When did you meet him? Like after you guys performed, or was it before?
No, MGK and us were on a festival called oh god damn it, it was metal.
It was in your
all those names are fucking huge. It's like
yeah,
Rock'em Ring and Rock'em Park.
Oh, okay.
So we were on these two festivals together. Those two festivals are known for having all these fucking mixed up shows.
Yeah,
like
just a
they
big
will
mix
put
lineup.
like, yeah, they
right.
it's crazy. That thing draws like 100,000 people every year.
Wow.
So it's regardless. Like you get pop and they just cover every aspect of music. That's fine. But because of that, we were on tour in Europe at the same time, and just so happened that we got fucking booked in Bratislava together by the same promoter who just so happened to like a lot of hip hop and he liked metal as well. So it's like, why not? And yeah, like,
dude, that's sick.
Turns out MGK was a big fan of us. And he, after seeing us play live, after listening to us for so many years, he was like, "Yo, dude, these guys are fucking legit." Yeah. And we actually ended up playing his festival, EST.
Oh.
EST Fest.
EST Fest.
Yep.
Oh, damn! Look at that.
That was the fucking.
That's his fest.
That's his fest, yeah.
Dude, that's so sick.
I got like mini sponsored by Reebok. It was like the coolest time I've ever felt in my life.
What?
Yeah, dude. What? I got like 8 pairs of shoes from Reebok for free.
Oh, that is tight.
From playing this one festival.
Just from that one playing that fest.
Dude, we were the heaviest thing in 3 days of that fucking, like, it was like it's basically a mini gathering of the Juggalos.
Oh, okay.
The MGK's festival.
His version of it, yeah.
Yeah, and it's like, and we do well with the Juggalo crowd. Like, Suicide Silence fucking kills with Juggalo crowd.
That's sick.
Like, we've played The Gathering.
Yeah, you have. That's right.
And got called Family. Like, I've seen Cannibal
Family
Corpse
chat.
Like, dude, yeah, I mean, so it's like, once you get called Family by a bunch of Juggalos, dude, you're a Juggalo. Like, I don't care. I don't care all the shit you've heard about Juggalos.
Dude, they're awesome, man.
As soon as you're there in that place, dude, you understand it. You get it.
I went to a gathering.
And the Juggalos look out for each other.
Bro. Like, they do. They all like take care of each other.
It's cool as shit. And if you're fake, if you're some fake ass that fucking it isn't about your life, dude, they call you out right away, man.
Yeah,
they're not fucking around at the gathering, dude.
So that's his like version, EST.
It's EST Fest is his version of that festival. They book it at this like massive like it's just like snow training camp for like Olympic snow sports.
What the fuck?
So it has these like massive like snow jumps.
Yeah.
That in the summer they turn into slides.
Yeah. Wow.
They just throw water on them and they turn into these massive slides, and you can jump like 20 feet in the air. So they camp around this massive jump and this massive little aquatic park area.
Dude.
And then there's a show at the end of it.
Oh.
And it's like, it's the sickest thing ever. And we played it and just got a shit ton of love. And then the fucking rep for Reebok just comes up to me. He's like, "Yo, nobody fucking made the crowd move like you guys made the move. Like, I've seen rappers try to get these guys to mosh pit, and you guys really brought a real mosh pit." I'm like, "Yeah, dude, I've been pitting since been pitting, dude.
I am Mr. Pitt."
And
that's so
and yeah, he's like, "Cool, dude. Here's my number. Hit me up anytime you want shoes." I was like, "What? I'm sponsored by Reebok, dude? What?"
I got a Reebok sponsor?
Dude, it's insane.
Dude. Where does that fest take place? Europe? Or
Ohio.
Ohio. That's even where gathering happens. Or most of the time, I think it happened in Ohio. Or no, Illinois. Illinois is where the gathering.
Yeah.
Most of the
No.
time.
Was it Illinois?
Yeah, it was like well, they did it in Ohio, I think, a few times.
Yeah, the one that I've played was in the
Ohio
campground. It was like the second. It was like the second time they had the first time they had to move it.
Yeah, okay.
Because they had it in one place for a long ass while.
Yeah, it was someone's private property that they would like rent it from this person, and I think that was in Illinois. I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong. I could be mixing them up, but I know it was like a private property, and they would rent it from this person.
Then when they had the FBI bullshit, they had to change the grounds. I think the guy that owned the grounds was like, "Yo, I don't want no fucking FBI snooping around my fucking place."
Which I could totally understand. I went to the gathering of the Juggalos in Oklahoma. They had it in Oklahoma 1 year.
Yeah.
And after the first day, they told everyone there, like the cops and shit, that you could not wear face paint. Because they could not, if you were to wear face paint, they could not identify you. So, and absolutely no nudity. You know, shit gets wild at the gathering.
What?
Yeah. So I have I work with Psycho Stick, and I had them.
Oh shit!
What up, Josh? Thanks for the raid, the homie.
Hell yeah, dude.
I had Psycho Stick on one day, and I had the Browning on another day, and I think there was someone else I had on it. And yeah, dude. So I went up to it because I was living in Dallas. It was like 3 hours away. And fucking yeah, dude. No face paint. Only the performers could have it. Dude, it was wild. It was still a good time.
Damn, dude. Yeah, I mean, I know the Mike Busey camp. I don't know if you know those people.
Mike Busey?
Oh, shit,
yeah,
I think.
What's up?
Yeah, Mike Busey's he does the strip club.
Yes.
So he does the trailer park strip club.
Yeah, that guy. Yes.
He's amazing. And Electra Busey, who is Gary Busey's daughter, is a really good friend of mine. She's massive. She was a massive scene kid coming up. Her and her older brother, I forget his name. But he's that actor who was in a bunch of movies. But he's the son Busey, who's like mad famous.
Yeah.
But he's really into metal.
Oh, okay.
And grew up whenever she would hang out with her older brother. Whenever they would get a chance to, he would be like, "Yo, have you listened to this? Have you listened to this?" And he got her really into metal. She was really into a band called I Wrestled a Bear Once.
Oh yeah.
And fucking I Wrestled a Bear Once. Dudes introduced me to her, and I'm a fucking massive Gary Busey fan.
Yeah.
So she got to do photography for them for Mike Busey.
For Mike Busey, yeah. Okay.
And we played the gathering the year that she was there with Mike Busey because when they smile, they both look like Gary Busey. It's fucking like unreal.
They're very similar. Yeah.
But Mike Busey has no relation, mind you.
Yeah.
But so she brings me over to their camp and fucking they're just drinking, partying, and there's a strip club, and I got to go backstage at the strip club at the gathering and just fucking and then like hung out with all these people, met that big, really big guy that's like famous, like he became a meme of the gathering, you know.
Yeah, I met him. I have a picture with him.
Yeah, he's fucking super cool.
What's his name?
He was real
cool.
I have his phone number.
He was like riding. He was at the gathering I was at, and he was like,
he's
riding around on a golf cart.
Yeah, he's a staple of the fucking
he is
of the show now, and he works for Mike Busey. Mike Busey's basically just hired all these people as a freak show, and he puts on a freak show. That's what it is. And I got in cool with those people, and then we played the show, and felt all the love from the Juggalos, and I've been a Juggalo ever since. I'm never gonna get the fucking Hatchet Man tattoo or anything, but I am a Juggalo.
Yes. That's so dope. It's awesome, man. I mean, I had a great time regardless of that. I mean, that pissed off a lot of people.
Yeah.
About not being able to wear face paint. A good amount of people still did they're not giving a fuck. But yeah, it
Oh,
was it was wild, dude. Motherfucker, we got a golf cart. We were able to drive golf carts around. So,
That's sick as
I was
fuck.
working with like a few of the bands there, so we got golf carts and shit. It was wild, dude.
Here's the thing, though. Why are you gonna take a show like that to Oklahoma?
I don't know why. I think it was very last minute too. I remember getting hit up like 6 weeks before and being like, "Hey, can Psycho Stick do this and this and that?" I'm like, "What?"
They just have such a fucking nightmare rep, dude. Like the police are fucking brutal.
I mean,
the place is super conservative.
Wrong place for this fest.
100%, dude.
I was like, "Why is this here?"
On Mayhem in 2014.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Oklahoma.
Yeah, we were on tour with. I was on tour with what is it, Cannibal Corpse?
Yeah.
And their drum tech, Phil, who was in a band called Revocation at the time.
Oh shit.
Fucking got into it with a cop. And what did the cop do? Fucking snapped his fucking humerus in half. This bone right here.
Shut
from your
up,
shoulder
dude.
all the way to your elbow. I watched him fucking do it. And it was because Phil was drunk and yelling at the cop because the cop was being a fucking dick.
Oh my god.
And what did the cop do? He broke his fucking arm.
Wow.
Yeah, Oklahoma sucks.
Dude,
I'm sorry if you're from Oklahoma, but the police in Oklahoma are pieces of shit.
Suck.
And they're gonna fucking prevent something like The Gathering from having nakedness, which is 90% of the fucking fun of it.
What it is, it's like no.
How are you gonna tell a fucking juggalo don't paint your face? Fuck out of here with that shit.
I know. I was blown away by it. It was like after the first day, because it was 3 days long, and it was after the first day they were being told you can't wear face paint. I was just like, I mean, I wasn't wearing any, but I was like, how are they gonna enforce that?
For real.
Do you know where you are?
Imagine walking up. Imagine going on one of the Juggalo message boards, because Juggalo message boards are fucking unreal. It's like fucking what was the name of that hardcore website? It was like back in the day.
B9, Bridge 9.
Yeah, the Bridge 9 board.
Yeah,
dude, they are the Bridge 9 board in 2020, dude. 100%. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
It's funny. Yeah.
And it would be so easy for all of them to get on a fucking message board and just be like, you know what, we're gonna fucking all of us are just gonna show up in face paint. What the fuck are they gonna do?
Exactly.
You just setting up all those rules is just gonna become a fucking. It's gonna become a nightmare.
It's a nightmare, yeah.
Don't do it in Oklahoma again, Juggalos.
Yeah, no, they learned their lesson. I was surprised they even agreed to it. I would have, if I were them, I would have been like, "Yo, that's our only option," and yeah, it's the only option. I'd be like, "We're not doing it this year, then." That's it. Joel,
not doing it.
Someone say whoop whoop.
Yep. What's up, fam? What's up, family? Hey, bro, you down with the clown or what?
Yeah, what up?
Yo, you down with the clown? Whoop whoop.
Oh man.
Shit, man.
Well, yeah. Fuck, dude.
Fuve, dude. We've gone. I
I
thought we were gonna get some gaming in, but apparently
I don't know.
Chatterboxes.
Yeah, because I'm gonna have to eat soon.
Yeah, I'm getting hungry too.
Yeah.
And my weed just showed up. And I got to stream a little bit later.
Oh, you streaming tonight? Sick. Fuck yeah.
Yeah. I do my little I do my Friday night.
Wait, today's today Friday? Is today Friday?
Today's Friday.
Holy shit.
Fridays I do like a 2-hour stream where I just sit and talk.
Yeah.
I do pretty much what we're doing right now. Yeah. It's kind of like, cause I miss a lot of stuff during the week when I'm gaming, when I'm like focused in.
Yeah, you're on phone. Yeah.
So I miss some questions and stuff like that. Dude, so I kind of open up Fridays to chit chat.
Yeah, I haven't done a gaming stream in like a couple weeks. I just got like a part-time job, so it's like that. I'm working that a few times a week, and then having these episodes as well. Which you're my third one this week, and then next week I have 2. Plus I work 3 days, and then so it's like now I'm trying to find the time. So it'll happen. I'll get back on it again. But I'm like, dude, I got a bunch of these coming up.
Honestly, I mean, why though? Dude, this is such a good.
I love this. I enjoy this.
This right here is so killer for you.
I think the Ghost of Tsushima is about to be co-op, so like whoever has it, we can play together. So I think that's starting on the 16th of October. So I'm stoked on that. I know me and Steph are gonna play. It's fucking game's amazing.
Yeah, it's a beautiful game.
Oh yeah, it is. It's gorgeous.
Hell yeah, dude.
Man. Who should we? Let's Eddie. Before I even talk about who we should raid, thank you seriously for doing this. I know you don't do 100%. Too many. It was I guess we formally met because of Josh Bastion Skulls.
Yeah,
so because I remember when he was telling me he was like, yo, Eddie's probably gonna start streaming. He plays Call of Duty and shit. I'm like, oh, that's sick, man. I didn't know. And he was just like, yeah, I'm gonna play with Eddie tomorrow, some Call of Duty. I'm like, oh, dude, that's sick. He's like, well, I'll see if I can get you in on some games with us. I'm like, yeah, I'm fucking down. And here we are. And hopefully, fucking soon, next year at least, hopefully we'll be fucking hanging
was crazy
out in
to
real
me.
life.
So here's where I.
What's up?
This is how I found Bash.
Oh yeah, how did you find?
So he was in our he was in our chat in the virtual tour.
Oh.
And he came into the virtual tour and was just chatting people up, and I was like, oh, cool, who's this guy? And then he followed me on Instagram.
Recent.
And then he followed me on Instagram, and I followed him back.
Yeah.
And when I followed him back, I saw some story of him talking about his stream taking a shit.
Uh-huh.
And how the Bod Squad came together and helped him get a new video card for his PC.
Yes. That was all Joel's idea. Joel's like, yo, let's all chip in here. And I was like, yeah, of course, everyone was down.
And when I saw Joel's name and I saw who the Bod Squad was, I was like, dude, I know all of these people. I was like,
yeah.
I was like, Bash, how do you know my crew? What the fuck? Who are you?
What?
and yeah, I mean, it all stemmed from there. And I started talking to him, and he goes, yeah, I could fucking help you set up your stream. I could do all this selfless stuff that Bash does because he's a fucking
he's a sweetheart.
I know. And he just without me asking, he was it was like that girl in the movie that takes the shy boy into the real world. You know what I mean? I felt like Bash grabbed my hand and just fucking dragged me through fucking the adventure that is Twitch, and here I am today.
That's so fucking good. I love it. yeah, damn. So you literally just met him too. I for some reason it seemed with how you guys talk and shit. It seemed like you guys knew each other longer. From my perspective, that's how it looked.
I don't put up walls. Dude.
No, you don't. I could tell. I think that's why we clicked. That's why you click so well with people. I feel like.
I don't fucking. I treat everybody with the respect they deserve, and and if you're actually a fucking cool person, that is genuinely just fucking in it for the positivity and the brightness of life. I latch on to people like that.
Yeah.
And I open up with people like that, and that makes them open up even further. So it's really easy to get to know someone on a very deep level if you're just open.
Yeah,
and you're
just
honest.
Open. Yeah.
Yo, thanks, Steph.
Yeah, Steph's been one of the few, him, Benny, LJ, and a few others that oh my God, Joel, really? That that has been there from pretty much the start of me streaming. Besides Bod Squad guys, Joel, Andrew, Kevin, Brent, Josh, and all them and whatnot. Mike's a part of it now, Monocker and shit like that. We're just But
I mean,
besides the guys I know in real life, like Benny, Steph, LJ, Morrow, Vaquero, who I've met a few times at shows. That motherfucker flies the shows.
Yeah, dude, McKenna's insane.
He's insane, bro. And
dude, I started watching. I started looking at his Instagram and seeing all the people he's taking pictures with. It's insane, dude.
Everybody, fucking everyone. I remember, I went to a show in Austin. I know he's from Chicago, and I see him at the show. I'm like, "What the fuck you doing here?" He's like, "Oh, I flew in."
Oh yeah, we should do that. Hey, Joel, actually, now that we're sitting here talking about the Bod Squad, we really should talk about this fucking thing, dude, because Bod Squad's a fucking solid thing that you guys have going on, and
it is.
Yo, for real, what's up? we should fucking get some competitive teams going.
Oh yeah, dude. That's
We-
yeah.
We should fucking have like a weekly
Do a
meeting where
thing.
fucking, you know, with all the streamers that, you know, like kind of like an expose type of thing, you know, where everybody can kind of match up their schedules and
Do a once a
kinda-
month.
yeah,
Or
kind of
something.
like get on the same page. Because if we as a team go at this Twitch thing together, I think it could be pretty fucking lucrative.
Yeah, I agree. We can do crazy shit. I mean, dude, just like do like once a month, all of us, even some other people, you know, viewers or subscribers, you know, subs that, and just do like these, I don't know, games together, Call of Duty custom games or whatever.
Yep.
Fucking
Exactly.
Among Us.
Hell yeah.
But yo, Joel, thank you so much for that sub to Gabe. Joel knows Gabe, right?
Yeah,
Do they know
Joel
each other?
knows
They
Gabe.
have to.
You
Yeah.
have to know each other, and if you don't know
Yeah.
each other, Joel meet Gabe, Gabe meet Joel. You guys need to know each other.
Yeah, if you guys don't know each other, that'd be that would blow my mind, honestly.
Gabe, Gabe's
around
done a bunch of
forever.
bands that you probably fucking mosh to, Joel.
What's Gabe's band? Darism?
He's been in a
That was
couple
one I
fucking
know. It's like DARU.
Gabe, what band? Yes.
You know what I'm talking about, right? There
Gabe,
it is.
what's the band that you're bringing back?
Oh, he's bringing back a bit. Oh, what was his old band?
There's
His
some
old
band you're
band.
bringing. Bound in Blood. That's the
Bound
fucking
in
one.
Blood. Yes, and
Bound in Blood was Bound in Blood was hard as
hard
fuck.
band, dude. Yes.
Hard as fuck.
You're bringing it back. He's bringing it back.
That's what I thought. I might be tripping.
Oh.
Gabe, you're here.
Gabe, are you bringing it back? That'd be dope, dude. I know most people from touring with Suicide Silence and Abigail Williams.
Oh shit!
Fucking
Actually,
Ken, bro.
I did want to go into that because you did that
Oh,
interview
yeah, I
with
forgot.
with Ken.
Yeah, I forgot about the All Shall Perish. We were only coming back if Suicide Silence was going to do it with us and Oblige.
Yeah.
That's dope.
I remember that slightly. I don't remember what exactly happened with that whole thing, because we were gonna do a tour with Oblige, but Oblige
Really?
it didn't. Yeah, it was something to do with one of the guys in the band was just like really comfortable with his regular life and was just like
okay. Yeah.
yeah.
It's hard. It's
Andrew
hard.
Holzbauer is a fucking really good friend.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah,
if
that
we
was
could
right.
The showcase. Holy fuck.
Dude, yeah, because the
'Cause
showcase
what
is
is-
still intact. Like nothing has happened to that place. It just hasn't booked shows.
Wait, so what happens there? Is it just an empty room?
Nothing. Empty room. It's boarded up.
That's it. And it's been that way since the showcase shut down?
They won't tear it down. They won't build anything else.
Is it a
It's just, like,
historic
there.
mark or something? Is that the
Nothing.
What?
They did a like documentary
Oh, I
on
know
it.
that, Joel. Oh, they did? We're all discussing a way to reach out to the city, but they won't allow any music there at all.
Yeah, nothing.
Wow. That is fucked.
Yeah.
That would have
Yeah,
been
it's
iconic. That would have been insane. So every time when I lived in California, that's all I heard about was Showcase. But it was closed. You know, I moved to California end of 2009, and I moved back home, back to New York 2012. But it was like
Yep.
I always heard stories, so many stories
Damn.
about this fucking place, man.
Dude, imagine if 18 Visions did a fucking. I know this is like a throwback for
Oh, I love
me,
18
and
Visions,
I'm
man.
gonna age myself real quick, but dude, 2003, 18 Visions was like it.
Oh man, dude, yeah.
They had the best fucking breakdowns on earth.
Dude, they were.
That fucking.
Dude, their new
There's
EP
nobody
is
who
actually
took
pretty
that.
fucking dope. I was stuck.
Yeah,
stuck on it.
dude.
I was like, damn, this shit's heavy, bro. Like, these guys are like, they still got it.
Bleeding Through too, man. That's a throwback. Yo,
Yeah.
but if we're gonna end this on a fucking high note, I
Yes.
definitely want to share a little
Please.
fun story that happened on the Abigail Williams All Shall Perish tour.
Was Gabe on this?
No, Gabe was not on this, but he definitely
Heard.
definitely I coming to your stream, seeing Ken, and then having you raid my stream with Ken and having us chat a little bit and
Yeah.
reminisce.
Yeah.
Dude. So Abigail Williams and All Shall Perish, we got along so fucking well.
Yeah.
First off, they got us a sponsorship to what's the name of that pocket pussy company?
Oh, Fleshlight?
Fleshlight.
They got you a sponsorship.
They got us a Fleshlight sponsorship.
Abigail Williams did.
Abigail Williams.
Oh my god.
And on that tour, we came up with a game that nobody should ever play ever again.
Ken's never told me they were sponsored.
But it was
go on, yeah.
It was a game called The Poop Wars.
Oh yeah.
And you know how there's like you can prank people by doing an upper decker?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So,
behind the toilet. Yeah.
So we came up with like a list of things that you could do, and they were all worth points.
Oh my god, there's a point system.
And we were supposed to go into random bathrooms across the United States and do one of these things. And there was one that was like, take your shit out of the toilet and smear it all over the windows of the bathroom, all the mirrors in the bathroom. There was one that was like, we called it the reverse Oreo. That was where you take the shit and you put clumps of it around the toilet bowl seat, and then you close the seat under it, so the next person smushes it and it becomes a flattened Oreo. There was one where you would get 5 points if you could take your shit and put it inside of a condom and then hand it to somebody secretly.
Did someone end up doing that?
Dude, yes.
Oh my.
So one guy put it in a condom, put it in a McDonald's bag that had trash in it, came out of the McDonald's holding this shit bag and handed it to one of the other guys on the thing, saying, "Hey dude, I got you a burger."
Oh no.
And fucking the other guy opened it up and saw the condom shit.
Oh my god.
Dude, we were disgusting. Like, we were gross. It was fucking. So, needless to say, Abigail, if you ever hear anybody talk about seeing shit smeared on walls on a tour in 2011, that was us.
That was All Shall Perish and Abigail Williams. I love how Gabe said before, what he said. Dude, Ken and Samus were all about their fleshlights.
Dude, yes. Dude, Samus and I on that tour got really fucking close. It was super cool to have him raid me.
Oh yeah, he did raid you that. Yep.
Yeah,
dude, his streams are awesome. Best drummer.
Yeah, man, he's
killer
he's
drummer.
The best drummer. He's a nerdy gamer too. This streaming avenue is perfect for him.
It is, yes. Oh, you and Joel have beat up tattoos?
Yeah, so Joel
boys will be boys.
Joel was on tour with who was it?
Who were you on tour with, Joel?
Joel was on tour with oh shit, Samus is actually going live right now.
Oh.
Speaking of Samus. Joel's on tour with a band from Santa Cruz, and all of them went to
Arsonist Get All the Girls?
Arsonist Get All the Girls.
There it is. Oh, with It Dies Today.
Oh shit.
Wow.
So Arsonist
going back.
They all went to this place in Colorado Springs.
Okay.
And got tattooed by the same dude that tattooed me. And I had been wanting this fucking B-dubs tattoo. And it's super crazy because Mitch got a B-dubs tattoo. I got a B-dubs tattoo, and the Arsonist guys all got fucking...
Really?
B-dubs tattoos,
Black Sheep.
all separated instances. Like basically,
Yeah, it
I
was all at
fucking
the same
wanted,
time.
I wanted this, and the fucking arsonist guys wanted it at the same time, and
Wow.
we just kind of went to this tattoo artist and we're like, fuck it, dude.
Same
We'll
guy.
get the same exact. Yeah, because
Same
it's like
one.
we were in the same place, and that dude wanted to come to the show.
Yeah.
Because I think it was like All Shall Perish joined up with that on the Boo tour.
Oh, okay,
It
okay.
was like it was All Shall Perish, Born of Osiris.
Tattoo Stew.
Yeah, Tattoo Stew. That was the dude.
That was
still
the dude?
homies with that guy.
That's so fucking awesome. And
Yeah,
man,
man.
all you guys have that fucking tattoo?
Yeah.
Jesus
And
Christ.
it's crazy. 'Cause Mitch got the same thing without knowing. Just Stu was the guy,
Yeah.
and people were like, and he had the fucking B-dubs fucking
Stencil or
logo,
whatever, or
and
logo. Yeah, yeah.
and just did it.
Wow.
Mhm.
I remember meeting Joel back on the Over the Limit tour with As Blood Runs Black and Oceano. And
Shit.
Arsonist, Tony Danza. We both TM'd it. We were both tour managers. We were two TMs on it. And I remember him showing me the B-dubs tattoo, and I was like, that's so sick. B-dubs was like the shit back then, you know?
100%.
Oh, that's his Instagram? There he is.
Sick.
That's so sick, dude. That
Fuck,
fucking
man.
rolls. Well, damn, dude. Thank you. Seriously, thank you again for doing this. This was a
Thanks for having
fucking
me, man.
blast. This is the longest one I've done. 3 hours almost.
Shit.
Time flies.
You guys got to tell me to shut up.
Yeah. You gotta tell us to shut
Hero-
up already.
Here I was worried about like not having enough stuff to talk about. Like
And,
we're gonna have to game or something, dude. What do I mean?
yeah. As I was like figuring out, I'm like, okay, how can we transition over to that? And then like halfway through this, I'm like, I don't think we need to do that. I think we're gonna be a little too burnt out, maybe. Plus, you got your stream, so you need to
Yep.
you need to relax, unwind for a bit.
I need to relax and
Drinks.
then eat some food
some
and get my
food.
stream fired up.
Hell yeah. Well, Eddie, thank you again. What is?
Absolutely, man. Much love, dude.
Thank you, everybody.
If you guys want to give me a
Yes.
follow on the old
Do it.
on the old Twitchy poo, please do. I stream very constantly, and I'm definitely on it.
Did I do it right? I did it right. I spelled it
Hermida.
right. I did it. I did it before you, Bash.
Oh shit!
I beat you.
Yeah, give me a follow. I'll be streaming at 6 p.m. tonight. And yeah, dude,
Pacific.
thanks
Oh,
for having me. This was fun as fuck.
Dude, it was awesome.
And
That's
I've been having a good time.
Dude, same. So let's do Adam from Oceano, Black Mario.
Yeah, why the fuck not, dude? Adam's
Dude,
shit.
Dude, he's he's killing it, man.
Absolutely.
That's fun. I'm gonna start the raid up now. Everyone stick in here. Let's go raid him. Hit him with the Rosie emotes if you got them. The fucking Eddie emotes. Just hit him with an all.
Much love,
The
folks.
Joel ones. Here, hold on one second. I'm gonna pull up the stream too. Here we go. Love you guys. I really appreciate it. And
Love you guys too, especially you, Steph. You cutie
Yes,
pie.
you cutie. All right, here we go.
Can't wait to watch you wash dishes, dude.
Yes, let us know when the next washing dishes stream is, please. All right, here we go. We're gonna go raid
Hell yeah,
Black
boys.
Mario. Let's do it.
Good night, y'all.
Later. All right, and then let's see if it worked. It worked.
It worked.